Today, I'm randomizing NBA history with the wheel of draft classes. We're starting it off in the 1984 offseason, and to determine which draft we pick, I'll be using this wheel. Let's go ahead and give it a spin. It's gonna be the 1995 or 6. The 96 draft will be entering the league here in 84. What a start. That means Kobe comes into the league instead of Michael Jordan. And once a draft class option is used, we'll remove it from the wheel. And we're going to continue this simulation all the way until the modern day in 2025. That way, every single draft class will get used up. Along with Kobe Bryant, you've got a bunch of other legendary names in this draft. Allen Iverson, Ray Allen, Steve Nash, Marcus Camby, Marbury. So we'll see who lands the first overall pick. It's going to be a coin flip between the Rockets and the Trailblazers. And Houston gets lucky. Blazers picking at 2, Mavs at 3. With the first overall pick in the 1984 draft, which is really the 96 draft, the Houston Rockets select Kobe Bryant. Kobe is a Rocket, and already NBA history is changing. Second overall, the Portland Trailblazers select Steve Nash over AI. At 3, the Dallas Mavericks take Allen Iverson. Fourth pick, Bucks are on the clock. They take Marcus Camby. Ray Allen's still on the board. The 5th pick has been traded, along with another first for Marquise Johnson and Junior Bridgman. So a win now move by Phoenix. And the Bucks will take Ray Allen. 2K got the script, huh? Ray Allen back on the Bucks. Philadelphia at 6 takes Stephon Marbury. The Kansas City Kings draft Sharif Abdur-Rahim. Kerry Kittles at 8. Hawks will trade their 9th pick, along with Ricky Brown for Larry Drew and Don Buse. Eric Strickland goes at 9. And at 10, Antoine Walker gets selected by Washington. Here are some of the other picks in case you're curious. Ben Wallace, Peja Stojakovic, Jermaine O'Neal goes to Chicago. This draft just absolutely loaded. Derek Fisher to the C's. Derek Fisher on the Celtics instead of the Lakers. It's crazy. Coaching legend Darvin Ham is selected by the Sonics. Now we got to pick out what draft we'll use next year. So I'm going to go ahead and spin that wheel again. We started off with an absolutely crazy draft class, one of the greatest of all time, and we almost land on 03, but instead it's going to be 01, which, if I remember correctly, is a pretty terrible draft. This draft isn't too bad. You got Gil, Powell, Tyson Chandler, Joe Johnson, but nothing crazy. Now, in case you're curious about the situations Kobe, Allen Iverson, those guys got drafted into, Bryant is playing alongside Lewis Lloyd and Ralph Sampson. Injuries are off in this sim, so Ralph Sampson could prove to be a really good running mate for Bryant. Ray Allen teaming up with Sidney Moncrief on the Bucks. And Iverson, man, he's on a squad over in Dallas. Mark Aguirre, Rolando Blackman, Dale Ellis. He may have just got drafted onto a contender. But let's go ahead and jump into season number 1 of this simulation. Obviously, we've got a long way to go, so we better get to simming. If y'all want to see more 2K stuff like this, I'd appreciate if you subscribed. I'll probably be working on this video all day, and it just takes a second to press the button. Season is over with Magic Johnson is your MVP for the Lakers. Allen Iverson, Rookie of the Year over in Dallas, and the Mavs. They had a lot of scoring talent, but AI still found a way to win that award. 17 and 5 averages, about 2 steals a night as well. There's Lewis Lloyd, 6th Man of the Year. He probably came off the bench with Kobe going to the Rockets. Ralph Sampson, DPOY. The Rockets might have something over there, huh? Lakers, of course, are still elite. Here are your All-NBA teams. They pretty much look like usual, as our rookies haven't become established stars in the league just yet. Here's the All-Rookie team, though. Iverson, your Rookie of the Year, of course, makes first team. Marbury definitely had a case for that award, too. Marcus Camby was great. 14 and 9, 2 blocks. Sharif Abdur-Rahim, really solid rookie season. Bryant came in, averaged 17 a night. Second team, it's Ray Allen, Nash, Peja, Eric Dampier, and Eric Strickland. Looking at the standings, Kobe's Rockets were awful. They only won 21 games. I thought they'd be better for sure. The Mavericks, though, with Iverson, they were pretty nice. They had AI off the bench, but clearly it was a good role for him. He won Rookie of the Year. Ray Allen and his Bucks snuck into the playoffs. Well, not Ray Allen's Bucks just yet. It's Sidney Moncrief's Bucks. Golly, that hairline. 31 wins got him into the postseason. Oh, the Sixers with Stephon Marbury were in the 3rd spot. And Marbury's a starter, so he's probably in the best situation in terms of our rookies. At least guys that are getting real minutes. There are probably some players who got drafted and are sitting the bench on good teams, but Marbury getting to play in year 1. For these playoffs, we're going to get straight to the conference finals, and if we get any game 7s, I'll definitely hop in the Simcast. I can't spend too much time on the earlier rounds, or this video might be 2 days long. We got the Mavs and Jazz going at it in the West. Allen Iverson in his bench role really doing his thing. And then out east, it's just the Pistons and Celtics. They didn't really get to add anybody in our drafts or anything. Ultimately, both series wrapped up in 6, and we get a Celtics Jazz finals. So the rookies didn't get to do anything much in year 1. Allen Iverson unfortunately got packed up. Solid rookie playoff debut. How did Marbury end up doing? Okay, not too bad. But his Sixers lost in the 2nd round. It'll be the Jazz winning the championship, led by Ricky Green. Now it is time for the 2001 NBA draft. They're coming into the league in 1985. Who will get this first overall pick? It's the Atlanta Hawks. The Rockets, they were terrible, only got the 5th pick, but 5th is still decent. They can get Kobe some more help. Sonics at 2, Pacers at 3, Kings are picking 4th. With the first overall pick in the 1985 draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Pau Gasol. Pau's a great pick considering this draft class. Probably the best player available. 2nd pick, it's the Sonics. They'll take No Chill Gil. If you need scoring, Gilbert can definitely provide that. I'm interested to see how he'll do in the 1980s. Pacers take Junkyard Dog. Zach Randolph, ISO Joe still on the board. And there he goes to the Sacramento Kings. At 5, it's the Rockets. I forgot about Sony. That's an elite pickup next to Kobe. Oh, the Rockets are really building something. Clippers, they're going to take, are you serious? Brian Scalabrine? All right, man. At 7, the Knicks take Richard Jefferson. Baldy. This 01 draft really wasn't bad at all. Jay Rich goes 8. Tyson Chandler at 9. Eddie Curry at 10. Nah, I'm sleeping on this draft. There's a lot of good players in here. 12th pick gets traded, and Michael Bradley goes there. The surprise of the draft was definitely Scalabrine going at 6th. I don't know what the Clippers were thinking. He got picked ahead of a lot of really good players. And Kwame Brown, he fell all the way to 17. I wonder how that happened. I wonder if we got any big free agents this summer. Nah, not really. We'll definitely pay attention to free agency in future seasons, though, if there are big name players in there. Over the summer, Kobe Bryant, still only 18 years old, the youngest player in the league going into year 2. He's up to an 89 overall. Jermaine O'Neal goes up significantly as well. Marbury, Stojakovic, a lot of progression from these rookies that we saw enter the league last summer. Iverson knocking on the door of the 90 overall club. I think this is going to be a big year 2 for those guys from the 96 draft class, as they're starting to emerge as stars already. But now it's time to pick our next draft. Wheel of Drafts, here we go again. What's it gonna land on? We're in the 2000s. 2011 would be fire. 2012 has AD. It's gonna be 2012 with Anthony Davis. There we go. That's another banger draft. The 2012 class also has Dre, Dame, Brad Beal, the no trade clause man himself. That Suns drama going on right now is crazy. Another season in the books. Magic Johnson is your most valuable player. No Chill Gil, I told y'all. If the Sonics needed somebody to go get you a bucket, you go get Gilbert Arenas, and there you go. 17-5 as a rookie. Lewis Lloyd, another 6 Man of the Year. Moses Malone, DPOY. Nash, most improved player. averaging 18 and 8. And Casey Jones, Coach of the Year for the Boston Celtics. Still a lot of the original 80s players on the All-NBA teams, but Iverson makes his way there in year 2, 21 points per game to go along with 7 assists. Big year 2 from Iverson. Also, Kobe's teammate Ralph Sampson is there too. And Ben Wallace makes his way onto all-defensive second team, averaging a career-high 3 points per game. That might be as many points as he averages. Nah, I'm playing Ben, but you're not a scorer. His job out there is to play elite defense, and he did exactly that. 2.5 blocks. Also, he grabbed 9 rebounds per night. All rookie teams. We talked about Gil, the Rookie of the Year. Pau Gasol, first overall pick. Not a bad performance either. Tony Parker makes it. J. Rich Kwame. Could we see the Kwame redemption arc? Maybe he was just drafted into the wrong era and he needs a new chance. Shane Battier made all rookie averaging 3 points. That's crazy. Looking at the standings, we saw the Celtics were elite in the Eastern Conference. They haven't really taken advantage of these draft classes. They're just kind of the Celtics and they're good at basketball. Same thing for the Pistons. However, Washington, I remember they brought in Joe, right? No, Joe's on the Kings. They brought in somebody. Oh yeah, Antoine Walker. They drafted Antoine Walker. The Bulls with Jermaine O'Neal are in the 4th spot here in the East. Stephon Marbury and the Sixers. Oh, Marbury had a big year, and they were the 5 seed. Out West, was Kobe doing anything? Oh my gosh. Hey, tank for AD. If you get AD, who knows? Things could really get wicked for the rest of the league, but right now, still disappointing. Iverson is the star of the show. He's with Ben Wallace. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together in a little bad weather, but he's with Ben Wallace. Oh yeah, we're tapped in to this Dallas Mavericks playoff run right here. That is the storyline we're watching out for. We're going straight to the conference finals, and the Mavs are here, taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. A veteran team, a lot of great pieces, but we got a great team too here in Dallas. I'm not gonna say we, but nah, I am rooting for the Mavs. I'll be honest with you. You see the profile picture. It's Allen Iverson. And then Marbury's over here. In the Eastern Conference, the Sixers are competing. Yeah, Moses Malone was the DPOY. Marbury averaged like 20. They still got Uncle Dr. J, so a good team there. Ooh, Mavs and Lakers tied up at 2 apiece. We'll have our first Simcast game of the day. The Lakers take care of business. Kareem, 23 and 13. Iverson only 15 points. Ultimately, though, the Mavs win Game 6, so the Lakers and Dallas go into a Game 7. While over here, Philadelphia won in 6 games. I told y'all the 96 draft would make their impact felt this year, and you see it. Stephon Marbury's in the finals, and AI can get to the finals if he gets past the juggernaut Lakers. AI, no! The Lakers were just too powerful. Magic, 33, 10, and 19, and Iverson with 20. So it'll be LA versus Philly here in the NBA Finals. A battle for the Larry O.B. Let's get it. Game 1, Lakers dominate. Magic's just on a different level. They win Game 2 as well. LA finally loses in Game 4, but they win the series in 5. Kareem, hurry up and retire so another team can have a chance. All right, man, Marbury was awesome. Not so much in this last game, but what can you do? Hey, these young guys, though, they're getting better. We see it in real time. And now we got some more young guys entering the league. Houston, y'all better get this #1 pick and start winning something. Also, the Mavs have a chance at the #1 pick after being in the conference finals. If they get #1, oh man, they might just have a dynasty. We'll see how this lottery pans out. It's the Rockets getting #1, Kings at 2, Mavs at 3. Houston, they've already gotten 2 #1 picks in this video, and in 2 great drafts they've gotten the first pick, might I add, because Anthony Davis joins the front court next to Ralph Sampson. Oh, if y'all don't make the playoffs next year, you're sad. First overall pick, 1986 NBA draft. It seems like a foregone conclusion that the Rockets will select AD, and they take him. Welcome to Houston, Mr. Davis. Second overall, Sacramento. They've been in the draft lottery a lot in this video. Oh my gosh, and they're going to stay there. Harrison Barnes goes second. At 3, the Mavs. This is a big pick for them. They take Draymond. I like him for defense on that squad. That's perfect as a glue guy. At 4, the Supersonics take Dame, so you have Gilbert and Dame. 2 similar skill sets. At 5, it'll be Indianapolis. They take Andre Drummond. Drummond might really thrive in an era like this. At 6, the Suns take, I'm sure Suns fans are excited, Beal is back. At 7, the Knicks will take Cash Money Chris. Jared Solinger to the Nets. Haven't heard that name in a while. John Henson, another name I haven't heard in a minute. He goes to the Cavs. Hawks take Dion. Festus Ezeli, Warriors legend, goes to the Nuggets. And Evan Fournier to the Spurs. Well, the Rockets are the clear winner of the draft. You get Anthony Davis. I like the Mavs draft a lot, though. Ooh, and we got some big players in free agency this year. Let's tune in, see where these guys go. Drexler, Terry Cummings, Jeff Ruland. Drexler stood pat, returning to Portland. The Nets get Terry Cummings. Washington picks up Buck Williams. Maybe they'll get out the draft lottery because they've been trash for some years. Jeff Ruland goes to Utah. Rolando Blackman returns to the Mavs, so they're going to remain a player. Celtics bring back Dennis Johnson. Darrell Griffith leaves Utah to go to the Pacers. Washington also picks up Clark Kellogg, so they're kind of going all in. And yeah, that wraps up the big names moving teams. Here are a couple teams I got my eye on going into the upcoming season. Definitely Houston. I forgot they had Tony too. Golly. The Mavericks, we talked about them, but they just continue to get better. They got Eddie Curry too, Gerald Wallace. Golly. Lakers, I'd watch out for a little bit of a step back from this team with Magic and Kareem both going down. Kareem falling off significantly. And the Bucks, Ray Allen and Marcus Camby on the come up. Before we get into season number 3, we've got to spin the wheel again. My prediction for what it lands on, I'ma say the 1998 draft. It is not going to be the 98 draft. It'll be a recent one, either 21 or 22. It is 2021. The Cade Cunningham draft. Of course, it's not just Cade in this draft. You also got guys like Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes. Yeah, solid class for sure. Franz. But I'm very excited for these upcoming playoffs. Houston, y'all better not be trash. Magic Johnson running the game. MVP after MVP. I wonder who got Rookie of the Year. Oh, it's Anthony Davis. 16-8 on the season. Lewis Lloyd, 6th Man of the Year. Oh yeah, he was in Houston, went over to Denver, and continues to win those 6-Man awards. Ben Wallace, DPOY, just in year 3. And the Mavs, they're not next up. They're up now because they got Josh, and he knows ball. You see him. He's a great coach. 65-17, Coach of the Year. Still the old heads on All-NBA first team. Second team is Gilbert Arenas. Wow. 19-6-8. Terry Cummings also ends up making it. And then all defense AD in year 1 is on first team. Ridiculous from Davis. Gilbert Arenas makes it on second team. And then here goes your all rookie teams. A surprise name. John Henson is able to get on the all rookie team. Looking at the standings over in the East, things were not as crazy as the West. We'll get to that in a second. Washington, they were big players in free agency. As a result, make the number 1 seed. Hawks were second. Dominique Wilkins and Powell, I didn't even realize they were teamed up, but that's a great duo. Celtics still in the mix, of course. They're the Celtics. The Sixers coming fourth. Marbury continuing to do his thing. Over in the West, though, the Mavs, they're the team to beat, in my opinion. The Blazers also in the mix. Steve Nash and Fat Lever, along with Drexler. They got all the guards. Shane Battier is here. The Rockets missed the playoffs. Y'all are sad. Are you kidding me? I don't know how they're missing the playoffs, but let's get straight to it. Going right to the conference finals. Blazers versus Mavs here in the West. I'm not surprised Dallas is back, and I think they'll win this time. Over in the East, you got the Sixers and the Bucks. Ray Allen versus Marbury, a fun showdown of 96 draft guards. You've also got Marcus Camby in the mix. Both series were sweeps. and it's the Mavs and the Bucks in the finals. A little storyline going into this. The Bucks were the 7 seed and made it all the way here. The Mavs, though, they're riding off of a 65-win season. Game 1, they'll beat the Bucks. Game 2, another Dallas dub. Milwaukee bounces back in Game 3. Oh, man, this one might be up. Yep, the Mavericks win in 5, and Allen Iverson is a champion in just his 3rd season. In his real career, he was never able to win a title, but this time, he played with the right pieces, and he did it. This has been such a fun video to do because there's always something going on. Right after the finals, you got a big draft to be excited about. And the Cavs are major players in this draft lottery. They've got a great chance at the #1 pick, both via Phoenix and from their own pick. Also, the Rockets back in here again. But New Jersey lands first overall. The Cavs are at 2 and 3. With the first overall pick in the 1987 NBA draft, the New Jersey Nets select Scotty Barnes over Cade Cunningham. So the Cavs, they can get Cade and another player. They will take Cunningham at 2. At 3, it's going to be Evan Mobley. So Mobley still ends up in Cleveland. I like that pairing of Cunningham and Mobley. New York, they take Jalen Green. Another Jalen up next. He goes to the Sonics. The Sonics are drafting straight guards this video. At 6, San Antonio takes Alperen Sengun. The Houston Rockets trade their 7th overall selection, along with another first for Greg Ballard and Alan Leavell. And they'll take Davion Mitchell, the Cavs will. At 8, Sacramento got a steal. Franz falls to 8. Kuminga goes 9 to the Pacers. Deuce McBride to the Clippers, rounding out your top 10. Here where some of the other names ended up going. Jalen Johnson, a steal to New York at 19. Celtics got a steal in Austin Reeves with the 20th overall pick. Cam Thomas was 2nd round. Q Grimes was 2nd round too. Ayo Dosunmu, man, this draft wasn't bad either. Better than I remember. Respect. Dominique Wilkins is a free agent. See, the action just never ends, and my Warriors might go get him. I accidentally simulated all of free agency. Hold up, I gotta check where bro went off to. Dominique is in Chicago with Jermaine O'Neal. He could have gone to my Warriors, but no. Taking a look around the league, Kobe Bryant, you are the 2nd best player overall wise in the association. You gotta show why. And Allen Iverson, he's up there. Ray Allen coming up as well. Gilbert Arenas, dude, already a 92 going into year 3. He is going to be elite in this simulation as well. Let's jump into our 4th season of this sim. Oh wait, I gotta spin the wheel. Here we go. Let's spin this wheel. We haven't gotten any of like the 80s draft classes just yet, and that'll continue. Oh, is it gonna be 03? It's so close. It is the 2003 draft. So off the jump, off the bounce, we have gotten 2 of the greatest draft classes of all time in 96 and 03. Yeah, this league's about to be insane. I wonder if Bronny's dad's any good at basketball, but this draft also has Carmelo, Chris Bosh, D Wade. Y'all know the 03 draft. I don't need to spend too much time talking about it. Legendary. Is this the Allen Iverson GOAT sim? It might be. AI, your most valuable player, 24 points per game, 4 boards, 9 assists, coming off the title. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year. He averaged 17, 5, and 3. As a bigger guard, I think he'll do really well in this era. Fat Lever, 6th Man of the Year. Yeah, they got Tony. No, Tony isn't over there. It's Nash over there in Portland. Ben Wallace, Defensive Player of the Year. Damian Lillard wins the Most Improved for Seattle. And Brad Nelson, Coach of the Year for the Bucks. Don't know how much coaching he's doing. Goodness gracious, these ratings are awful. All NBA first team. Oh man, here come the new guys. Iverson, there's Gill, Anthony Davis in just year 2. Bird's still here, but Gasol, 20 and 12, a major year 3 leap. Steve Nash averaging 25. What in the world, 2K? I've never seen that before. Well, I have seen it in 2K, but Nash, he wasn't averaging 25 in real life. That's when I'm saying. All defense, Anthony Davis continues to hold it down. Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Ben Wallace also make the defensive squads. We need to have a finals classic, though. We haven't had that. We haven't even really had a conference finals classic that we can jump into. Oh my gosh, the East was awful. Banish them from the NBA. The only good team was the Bucks with Jason Richardson, Ray, Moncrief, and Camby. The rest of the conference trash. West, though, was, a little better. The Mavs were number one. They continue their reign of terror. They're trying to go back-to-back. Blazers were in second. Oh, man, they got a team. Rockets finally all did something. Man, goodness gracious. It's long overdue. Let's get to it. Playoff time. Oh, give me a Mavs-Rockets conference finals. Oh, I couldn't get it. It's going to be the Blazers and the Mavs. Two members of the 96 draft in Iverson and Nash going at it here. You've also got Ben Wallace, Shane Battier. And then over here in the East, yeah, the Bucks are probably about to beat up on the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay, so Philly is up 3-1 on the Bucks, which is crazy. But the Mavs and Blazers are tied up. We'll jump into Simcast for Game 5. Man, they finally gave me a close game. We've got a 4-point ball game, minute 54 to go. Dallas Mavericks have the ball, and they are down. Here's Allen Iverson. Oh, yeah, AI. They got Shane Battier on him. That's a smart matchup, but Iverson's open off that screen. He misses the 3-ball. Knight the rebound. It'll go to Battier. Oh, my gosh. Why is Iverson guarding Shane here? Oh, the Blazers have a big lineup in for whatever reason, and the Mavs might be a little bit smaller right now. Battier swings it to Thompson, down to Nash. Not much time left here for Portland. Steve fakes the jumper, steps through and misses. Ellis the rebound. Ellis to Iverson. AI gets the screen from Wallace. Iverson guarded closely by Battier, kicks it out to Harper. Screen will come from Wallace. Harper pull up three is off. Big rebound from Ben Wallace, and he'll slam it home. There's his 2 points for the game. Where'd my scoreboard go? Oh, come on, 2K. I can't even see the score. Steve Nash driving to the basket. His layup is off. Harper will grab the rebound. Mavs currently down by 2. Iverson crosses over. Fakes the jumper. He shot that? He misses. Wallace, another board, goes up, misses. Another rebound to Iverson. AI, tough layup is off. Wallace, another rebound. Ben booms on him. Bro. Oh my goodness. It is a tie game. 110 apiece. 31 seconds left. Are you kidding me? Ben Wallace. Dude, what? Nah, that is wild. Knight inbounding. It'll go into Nash. Nash gonna spin off of his man. Cross over. He'll swing it out to Nat. Calvin Nat. Gonna give it up to Battier. Shane to Knight. Knight working on Wallace. Back out to Nat. Nat will get the screen. He's gonna pull up a mid-range jumper and knock it down. 2-point lead for Portland. 9.2 left. Sorry that I keep pausing. I have to double check the score because it's not showing on the screen, and I figure y'all want to know the score. So the Mavs can tie this with a 2 or go for the win with a 3. Draymond just checked in. It'll go into Harper. Draymond and Ben Wallace on the same team is crazy. Anyway, 5 seconds left. Mavs need a bucket. Iverson crosses over. Foul line jumper in and out. It's rebounded by the Blazers, and they win the game. So a 3-2 series lead from Portland. Allen Iverson did not look good in those final moments. You know who did look good? Ben Wallace. Goodness gracious, man. He literally only had 4 points this game, and we saw all of them. Calvin Nat hit that huge mid-range jumper, won the game for the Portland Trail Blazers. And the Sixers go to the finals, beating the Bucks in 5. So Marbury is waiting on whoever wins this series, along with Moses Malone, and it's going to be Portland. A dominant effort. The Mavs are not going back-to-back. They ran into a very tough Blazers team with Nash and Drexler. I think the Blazers got this final series, but we'll see. The Sixers have kind of been on a Cinderella story type of run. But yeah, that Cinderella story ends here. They're swept by the Blazers. Clyde Drexler, Chip, Finals MVP. So Steve Nash is a champion in this NBA universe as well. Here we go, draft lottery. This is a big one. I forgot we had the 03 draft. I was so locked in on those playoffs. Let's get it. The Sonics get the #1 pick. They've already got Gil, Dame. a bunch of guys, and they're going to have the opportunity to add Bron. The Knicks are at 2, Spurs at 3, Hornets at 4. Oh, and there's an expansion draft coming up. Who's entering the league? What's the new team? Oh, we got 2 teams, the Heat and the Hornets. And some of the notable players given up include Eddie Curry and Jared Solinger. With the first overall pick in the 1988 NBA draft, the Seattle Supersonics select LeBron James. LaSonic. With the second pick in the 1988 NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Chris Bosh over Melo and Wade. At 3, it'll be the Spurs. And they take Carmelo Anthony. Wade is still on the board, and the expansion Hornets have a pick. And the Hornets will take D. Wade. At 5 is TJ Ford. 6 is Nick Collison. Kirk Heinrich at 7 to the Cavs. Jose Calderon to the Nuggets at 8. Nets take Chris Kaman at 9. And at 10, it is Steve Blake for the Indiana Pacers. David West falls to 12, ends up with the Detroit Pistons. Kyle Korver to the Clippers there. So the Seattle Supersonics, LeBron James is in town. Yeah, and you've got Gilbert Lillard, Tom Chambers, Jack Sigma. This is kind of a squad. Oh, I forgot all about free agency. Were there any big players? Hold on, I'll read through all these for y'all. Yeah, I don't think anybody crazy moved teams. But looking around the league, Kobe Bryant, you are the best player in the association. I need at least a conference finals appearance out of you. You're on an incredible Houston team. We've talked about it year after year. You've got a squad. It's really no excuse at this point. What draft are we running? No way we get another banger. Let's spin the wheel. Looks like we're going to be somewhere in the 2010s. Is it going to be 2014 or 2015? It's 2015, which, if I'm remembering correctly, nothing too crazy. We were due for kind of a mid-draft, though. It's the NBA, so every draft's going to have some type of big names. You are looking at Devin Booker, Karl Anthony Towns, KP, D'Lo. It's not bad at all. Just not as crazy as like 03, 96. And we still haven't gotten 84, which I would love MJ to enter the league here soon. That way he could compete with Kobe and LeBron. Another Iverson MVP, 24 and 8 averages. LeBron James comes in, averages 19, 4 and 5 for the Seattle Sonics, winning Rookie of the Year. Fat Lever, 6th Man of the Year. Anthony Davis, DPOY over in Houston. Big Z, Most Improved. And Josh Ball, Coach of the Year. The Mavericks continue to do their thing. Davis, All-NBA First Team. There's Arenas, Iverson, a lot of the usual names here. On the second team, shout out to Jason Richardson for making it. Sharif Abdur-Rahim is here. Ralph Sampson. Oh, he left Houston. I didn't even notice that when I was looking at their roster, but they've still got Davis. I mean, that's a huge loss, though, regardless. With all that talent, they had some tough decisions to make. They probably couldn't pay everybody on the roster, right? And now an All-NBA third team has been added. In the early 80s, they didn't have it, but now here we are. And Stephon Marbury's in Golden State. Oh, I missed some free agency moves. We got to pay closer attention. He left Philadelphia after they lost in the finals. He goes to a new destination. And then here goes your all-defensive teams. LeBron already on all-defensive second. And then here's all-rookie Melo, 22 a night in just his debut season. Looking at the standings, Milwaukee Bucks, number 1 in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, they ran the East last year in the regular season. They do it again this year. The thing is, last year they lost to Philly, so you can't get embarrassed like that again. That is for sure. Over here in the West, Mavericks, they're the team to beat. Blazers also in the mix. Warriors, with their addition of Marbury, are a competitor too. And the Sonics, with a rookie LeBron James, along with Gilbert Arenas and Damian Lillard, are trying to compete in the East. Ooh, the New Jersey Nets with Scotty Barnes are looking to do something. Chicago Bulls, you got Jermaine O'Neal and Dominique Wilkins trying to make a play here. Went ahead and simmed to the conference finals. It'll be the Dallas Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors going at it. Marbury versus Iverson in the West. And then over in the East, it's the Washington Bullets versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Washington running with a lot of old heads. The Bucks, though, they've drafted guys. You've got Ray Allen, Jason Richardson, Marcus Camby. So the Dubs and Mavs actually did go 7, but the Warriors end up smacking the Mavericks in Game 7. No Draymond. Stephon Marbury, 20 and 12 to lead the way. It is a Bucks-Warriors finals. Ray Allen, Jason Richardson, and Marcus Camby Camby versus Stephon Marbury, Sleepy Floyd, and Tyson Chandler. Can Marbury win an NBA championship over a Bucks team that, in my opinion, has a lot more talent? No, he can't. The Milwaukee Bucks take care of business in 5, and Jason Richardson is your finals MVP. Is that Ray's first chip or second? It is his first. He wins it with Jay Rich, with Marcus Camby, all these guys. And the Bucks, I think they're a player going into the future. They've got some great young talent. Golly, Kareem retiring at 42 is insane. I wonder who will go number 1 in this 2015 redraft here. It looks like the mock drafts are mostly saying Kristaps Porzingis. I'm not 100% on that though. It looks like one of them might have Karl Towns. We'll see how this goes. Dang, 9 teams have an equal chance at number 1. They were really running the draft lottery like this in the late 80s. The Heat get the number 1 pick. Cavs are at 2. Hawks picking at 3. Oh my gosh, another NBA team joining the league. Y'all just did this last year. Oh, we got 2? Some of the notable players in the expansion draft include David Thompson, Austin Rivers, and Brad Davis, I guess. And the Magic and Wolves are the new teams joining the association. With the first overall pick in the 1989 NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Kristaps Porzingis. So he does end up going number 1. I wonder how his skill set would end up working out here in the late 80s. I guess we're about to find out. Second overall, the Cavs take Karl Towns, so they've got Mobley, Cat, and Cade. I like that. The Atlanta Hawks at 3 take D'Lo. Deloading. Devin Booker still on the board. Larry Nance over Devin Booker is sick work, Orlando. Goodness gracious. At 5, the Wolves. Oh my. Trey Lyles. At 6, the Spurs. Emmanuel. No. 7. Oh, it's getting traded. Along with the future first for Alex English. So I guess the Jazz are going rebuild mode. And they take Booker. Oh, a smart team. Wow. They saw Booker fell to 7. They were like, wow, I got to take advantage. These imbeciles don't know who they're missing out on. TJ McConnell goes at 9. Justice Winslow at 10. And then here are some of the other players in the draft. Did anybody fall crazily? Norman Powell 28 or 26 is kind of crazy. Free agency. I got to lock in and pay attention to this because we have oh my gosh. We have an insane class here. No, Larry, you can't go to the Lakers. That's just not right. It's oh Lord. Larry Bird just went to the Lakers. Is Magic still there? Gilbert Arenas goes back to the Sonics. Rockets are able to bring back Tony Parker. Marbury. Bro, what are you doing? You decided, oh, I don't like the Warriors. I'm going back to Philly. Sure, man, whatever. The Bucks bring back Jason Richardson, Pau Gasol back to the Hawks. And then here are some of the other free agent moves. Any big names still available? Not really. Okay. So Larry Bird. Man, what? Magic, Larry, James Worthy. Oh, now they're the team to beat. Golly. Can anybody compete with them? Oh, the Mavs definitely can. Dude, this team is loaded. The Rockets probably can too, but I might have given up on the Rockets by now, bro. I had such high hopes for them, and they've just really, really let me down. Kobe, you're the best player in the league. Although Gilbert Arenas is coming for that spot. I did not expect that at all. Anthony Davis also getting up there. So you've got, what, like 2 top 10 players in the league in Houston and can't win anything. It's crazy. Also, Bron's already a 90 overall as he goes into his second year. The wheel of drafts. All right, man, here we go. Let's spin it. All right, we're in the 2019-2020 range. It'll be the 2020 draft. This is a fun one. LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, you know? Yeah, I like this class. I mean, the 2 big guys, of course, are Ant and LaMelo. Some other decent role players, though, in there. Oh, yeah, Tyrese Halliburton, too. My fault, Tyrese, and Tyrese Maxey. And Desmond Bane. Yeah, there's some hoopers in there for sure. Clyde Drexler, most valuable player. Kristaps Porzingis wins Rookie of the Year. Fat Lever, 6th Man of the Year. AD, golly, Defensive Player of the Year. He's putting up these type of numbers playing with Kobe. Wang Trupika is the Coach of the Year for the Portland Trail Blazers. Clyde Drexler, Jason Richardson really making a name for himself in this simulation. LeBron James already on first team, and Pau Gasol, he's been incredible in this sim too. Second team, you've got Nash, Wade, Dominique Wilkins Wilkins averaging 30, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Ralph Sampson, and then here goes your third team. I've noticed that Kobe Bryant really hasn't been making all NBA or anything, so I kind of want to see what's up with that and why he isn't making all NBA, you know what I mean? Kobe's averaging 26, so I guess it's just disrespect from the all NBA voters or something. In the West, we saw the Blazers, they had the coach of the year. Yeah, you run Aaron Baines at center, good things are bound to happen. Oh my gosh, dude. There's no way somebody's stopping the Mavs this year. I got the Mavs going all the way. You see this team? And the Kings, they've been quietly building. They're up to third in the West. Lakers, the Bird and Magic duo of doom. And you got James Worthy. Rockets were only the 6th seed with 50 Ws. Warriors were in 5th. Out East, New York was number 1. Chris Bosh, Jalen Green, Bernard King. Bucks came in 2nd. And Washington was in 3rd. I'm not going to lie to you. I think whoever wins the West is winning the title. That's the way I see it. We've got the Warriors and Rockets. Houston, y'all finally made the conference finals. Let's see some Kobe and AD gameplay. And then over here in the East, it is the 1 and 2 seeds. The Knicks and the Bucks going at it. The Bucks already got one. Let's see if they can get another. Rockets beat the Warriors in 6. Kobe's going to the finals. And we'll see if he's facing the Bucks or the Knicks here. Oh, he's facing Milwaukee. New York is out of here. They got destroyed. Ray Allen versus Kobe Bryant in the NBA Finals. Bryant working with a better supporting cast than Allen, in my opinion. But Ray's got some guys, too, for sure. Game 1, Milwaukee wins. Rockets win game 2 and 3 and 4. Bucks will take game 5. Can they make a 3-1 comeback? If they win this 6th game, things get interesting. Hold on. Milwaukee, let's see. Can they close it out? They're up by 4. Minute 41 left. Chance to force 7 and extend this series another game. Turn that air filter off. I can't see anything. So I guess there's just no scoreboard, huh? Johnson has the ball with his Bucks up by 4 points. Johnson swings it to Allen. That's a wide open 3 off the screen. He didn't shoot it. Are you kidding me? They got Ray Allen out here like Ben Simmons. Oh, that was a nice cut to the basket, though. Allen draws the double team, kicks it out to Richardson. Richardson will get the screen from Camby. Oh, he went under the screen. Richardson missed, though. It's rebounded by Lucas. Lucas with the Rockets down 4 and in need of a bucket. We'll give it to Tony Parker. Parker gonna attack the basket. Nice mid-range pull-up is off, and it's rebounded by the Bucks. Marcus Camby snags it. Johnson up to Jason Richardson. Richardson defended by Bryant, drives to the basket, and Bryant picks up the foul. So the Bucks can go up 6 at the free throw line here. First one for Jason Richardson is good. I'm not gonna lie to you, as much as the scoreboard being on the screen is helpful, doesn't the gameplay look so clean without the scoreboard? And I can just call out the score, like the Bucks are up 6. Here's Tony Parker with the ball. Parker spinning, attacking, shooting, and he's fouled. First one from Parker is good. It rolls in. Second one from Tony is also good. So the Rockets are now only down by 4. You still got about 45 seconds on the clock to make something happen, but you definitely need some stops. They're going to double team the ball. They're trying to force a steal here, but this could lead to an open look for Milwaukee. Yep, Richardson cutting, but Davis recovers. Camby is able to get the board, and now the Bucks are going to have to foul. Camby at the line, first foul shot. Ooh, second one from Camby is good. Now the Rockets are in a situation where they're down by 5 points. You got 36 seconds on the clock to make something happen. So they kind of fouled a little bit too early. Anyway, Parker gonna spin and a nice move to get to the basket. Now that foul looks smart because you're down 3 and you don't have to foul again. 29 seconds left. You just got to get a stop here if you're Houston. Then you go for the 3 to tie it and force overtime. Ray Allen with the ball. Allen, yeah, you take your time here if you're the Bucks. But now Ray's going to have to make his move. Shot clock is winding down, only 5 seconds. He might have wasted too much time. Might have been a little too patient. He finds Ross for a 3. Ross misses. Rockets the board. They do have a timeout and they'll use it. Okay, Houston's got a chance. Smith is inbounding the ball. It'll go into Parker. Parker in the mid-range. What are you doing? Shoot the ball. He didn't shoot the ball. And this isn't just, Tony Parker, he's doing something stupid. No, that's literally something that 2K's AI or whatever you want to call it, 2K system has messed up, where he just won't shoot the ball. Like, players sometimes in certain situations do not shoot the ball. You need a 3. Why are you driving to the basket? I don't know. That is incredibly stupid from 2K, and I'm not just gonna act like it's a glitch or it's a one-time thing. I've seen it many times before as somebody who simulates on this game way too much. All right, we're going to a game 7. Bucks can make a 3-1 comeback. I wish we would have had a better finish in that 6th game, but what can you do? And in game 7, the Bucks will complete their 3-1 comeback. Ray Allen, 35 points, and the Rockets come up short of a title. It looked like they had it in the bag, but they blew it. Jason Richardson, Finals MVP, and the Bucks win their 2nd championship. They're on a nice little run right now. They go back to back, and Richardson with 2 Finals MVPs. He's really rewriting his legacy here in this video. Anthony Edwards and LaMelo, what's up? Oh yeah, LaMelo got a new face scan. I forgot about that. Props to 2K. See, I'll give them their props when I can. It's just when stupid stuff happens, I'm not gonna be like, oh, good job, 2K. Oh yeah, who got the picks? I kind of just skipped right through that. The Wolves are at number 1, Heat are at 2, so 2 of the newer teams to the league. Hawks are at 3 with the first overall pick in the 1990 NBA draft. The Minnesota Timberwolves select LaMelo Ball, so Ant doesn't end up a Timberwolf again. I didn't even realize. It's funny how that situation worked out, because the Wolves had the first pick in 2020 and took Ant, but this time they have the first pick in 1990. They take LaMelo. 2nd pick, Miami Heat take Anthony Edwards. And in Miami, that's fire. Hawks are going to trade their 3rd pick. This is the highest pick we've seen traded all video. It gets traded along with Lester Connor for Antoine Walker and Chucky Atkins. Oh, kind of a mid-trade. And the Heat get another pick. They used it to take Killian Hayes. I was going to give them their props for finessing the pick, but they got Killian Hayes. Isaac Okoro goes at 4. Halliburton's still on the board. Wiseman goes at 5 to Phoenix. Maybe Wiseman will be better in the 90s. At 6, the pick gets traded. The Cavs give it to Boston for Robert Parrish and John Drew. Celtics, oh gosh. Patrick Williams goes to Boston. Clippers at 7. There you go. You take Halliburton. And there's Maxey going to Utah. Wow. The Jazz have had back-to-back great drafts. They take Maxey and they take Booker. Oh, so the Clippers are going to trade Halliburton to San Antonio for pick 9. Why? And now you take Cole Anthony. This is why the Clippers have no rings, bro. This is why. With all due respect, this is why. That is insane. That is actually insanity, man. Desmond Bane went 2nd round of the Heat, an absolute steal. And they got Edwards. I love Miami's draft. See if we had any big movers in free agency. Anthony Davis stays in Houston. Dominique Wilkins goes to Washington, and they've already been good. Timberwolves are able to pick up Terry Cummings. Drummond returns to the Pacers. Oh, Rolando Blackman left the Mavs and went to the Nets. Dame left Bron Sonics and went to the Spurs. Brad Beal returns to the Suns. Adrian Dantley, he's going to go to the Warriors from Utah. Middleton back to New York. I think with everything that's happened, we're going to do a quick look around the league just to see where everybody's at. So the Sixers, they're led by Marbury, but the roster's kind of trash. Bucks, they are coming off back-to-back championships, looking to three-peat. Washington Bullets just picked up Dominique Wilkins. Bulls just lost Dominique Wilkins and have Jermaine O'Neal along with Purvis Short. Cavs have a nice young core of Cade, Mobley, and Towns. Celtics are cooked. Clippers have Peja Stojakovic. That's about it. Pau Gasol is in Atlanta, but they need to get him a little more help. The Heat recently drafted KP, Anthony Edwards, and of course, Killian Hayes. The Hornets have Dwayne Wade, and that's about it. The Jazz, they've got Devin Booker, but again, that's about it. The Kings, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Franz, and Joe Johnson. The Knicks are led by Jalen Green. Magic have this weird duo the Lakers have this weird duo of Magic and Bird. Magic are pretty terrible. The Mavs, they lost one of their pieces, but man, they're still a powerhouse. Nets, not looking too good. Nuggets, they've got Sampson, but that's about it. Pacers are led by Andre Drummond and Zach Randolph, bringing back old school back to the basket hoops. Pistons haven't done much all video, but they picked up Draymond. He fits the bad boys perfectly. Rockets coming off of a finals loss, blowing a 3-1. Spurs have Melo and Dame. They just picked up Lillard, and they've got Sengun. Man, this team isn't playing any defense. Oh yeah, and they drafted Hallie. Suns have Beal and Larry Nance. Gilbert Arenas and LeBron are here in Seattle, but they just lost Lillard. Timberwolves just picked up Terry Cummings and drafted LaMelo Ball. Blazers have a great roster. Fat Lever, Nash, and Drexler. Warriors Lakers are pretty sad, unfortunately. And that wraps up the roster breakdown. Let's jump into another season. Well, before we do that, y'all know how it goes. Back to the wheel. I predict we land on 2007, the KD draft, right here, right now. Let's get it. Okay, we are going to be in the 2000s. Oh my gosh, what a prediction. Wait, never mind. Oh, it's 08. Wait, but 08? That's not the Curry draft. That's Russ and Rose. Oh, that's fire. I'll take that. You got Michael Beasley in here too. Kevin Love, DJ. Yeah. Anthony Davis wins most valuable player for the Rockets. LaMelo Ball is your rookie of the year. AD, an incredible stat line, by the way. Don't just want to gloss over that. But LaMelo, rookie of the year. They got him right. The face scan looks so much better now than it used to. Fat Lever, sixth man of the year. Ben Wallace, DPOY, most improved player. Richie Douglas is your coach of the year. 64 and 18. All NBA first. You got some 03 guys. D Wade and LeBron James making their way onto the team. Second team, you've got Gilbert Arenas, so the Sonics must have been nice. There's Melo too, so 03 really making their impact on the league felt. Shout out to Cade Cunningham on the third team too. There you go. Here's your all rookie team. Oh, D'Angelo didn't get to play year one, so he was technically a rookie this year, and he makes the all rookie squad. That's crazy. He didn't get any type of PT. Checking out the standings, the Bucks, dude. They don't even have a point guard. Teo Maladone's running the one, and they're still doing their thing. Knicks are the second seed. And the Hornets, wow, D-Wade leading an expansion team. Shout out to him. Washington's still in the mix over in the East as well. Blazers, yep, year after year, they've been here. Rockets are in second. Kobe Bryant and Anthony Davis were playing at MVP levels. Tony Parker was playing incredible too. They just got to get it done when it matters most. Lakers were in third. Sonics were in fourth, even with Lillard leaving. And the Mavs only in fifth. Maybe the Mavs' best days are behind them. Conference finals, we got Houston and Seattle. LeBron versus Kobe. Oh yeah. And then out east, we've got the Bucks and the Knicks. The Bucks trying to continue their run and go for a three-peat. Bronze Sonics are up 3-1 on Kobe's Rockets. The Sonics win in 5. Bucks do the same. So we've got LeBron and Gil versus Ray Allen and Jay Rich. Game 1 will go to the Bucks. Game 2 also goes to Milwaukee. Sonics takes game 3 and 4. So we're all tied up as we go into game 5. And Seattle will win it. LeBron James 41 and 12. Jason Richardson's 40 is not enough. Seattle can close it out right here in 6, but we know the Bucks, they love to keep fighting. They came from behind to come back from 3-1 last year. You think they're going to give up after losing a measly game 5? No, Ray Allen 36, 7, and 15, and we're going to a game 7. Milwaukee, they'll either three-peat or lose here. I thought the Sonics had it in the bag. And then I was trying to pause the game so I could jump in. My button got stuck on my controller. I got to get a new controller. But look, here's what happened. The Milwaukee Bucks go on a massive 35-19 fourth quarter run. LeBron misses a jumper to potentially win the game. And Robinson dunks one off a Ray Allen assist to win it for the Milwaukee Bucks. So the Bucks, 3 championships in a row. Jason Richardson, a 3-time NBA Finals MVP. Wow. Can the Bucks go for 4? Well, we're about to find out next year. For this upcoming draft, the Pistons are picking at 1, Spurs at 2, Clippers at 3. This draft headlined by Rose and Russ. With the first overall pick in the 1991 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Derrick Rose. Number 1 goes first overall. And at 2, the San Antonio Spurs take Michael Beasley. He still goes second in this NBA universe. At 3, the Clippers take K-Love. Russ still on the board. He goes 4th to Orlando. Good pick. At 5, the C's take Dante Green. Brook Lopez goes at 6 to the Heat. DJ at 7 to the Celtics. Boris Diaw to the Hawks. Gallo to the Cavs at 9. And at 10, it is J.J. Hickson to the Denver Nuggets. All right, there you go. Another draft in the books. JaVale McGee. Welcome to New York, Mario Chalmers. Who we got in free agency? Kobe Bryant is an unrestricted free agent. He's not coming back, is he? He's looking at Boston, which is crazy. Oh, nope. Never mind. He remained loyal. Pistons bring back Isaiah Thomas. Washington brings back Sidney Moncrief. Cade back to the Cavs. So a lot of players staying loyal. Fat Lever leaves the Blazers. So the Blazers, they just took a major hit. I wonder what type of situation Derrick Rose got drafted into. The Pistons. Oh, right. They still have Isaiah Thomas. So Rose, he's going to be buried in a bench role for a minute. I don't love that for him. Next draft. Let's go back to the wheel. Lots of great classes still on the board here. And we're going to land somewhere in the 2020s. It looks like Wembanyama. 2023. Oh, there's a great one. Victor Wembanyama coming into the league in the 90s, so he's going to get put to the test in a more physical era. We'll see what he can do. It's funny because we just entered the Jordan era, right? And Jordan is not in the league. But you know who is about to enter the league way early? Victor Wembanyama. Here we go. LeBron James is your MVP. He averaged 27, 9, and 7 on the year. Derrick Rose, okay. Apparently having him playing behind Isaiah Thomas was not a bad thing. Or did they start him next to Isaiah? Oh, they did start him some. Okay. But yeah, 19 points per night. Great rookie season. Gerald Wallace, 6th man of the year. LeBron, DPOY. Neemias Queta, most improved player. And Stevie Thomas, coach of the year. The Houston Rockets win 59 games. So maybe this Rockets team will finally fulfill their potential. Dominique Wilkins, 34 a night. Wow, that is a big season from the human highlight film. Here are your all defensive teams in case you're curious. And then here goes all rookie. Mo Spates made it on there. He averaged 14. Dang, Mo. All right, I see you, Mo Spates. That's a big season. Looking at the standings, the Houston Rockets were number 1 across the association. At 2, it was Portland. They lost Fat Lever, but they continue to play at a high level. They've been one of the most consistent teams all video. Sonics still in the mix. Jazz, they're in 4th. Remember, the Sonics did just lose in the NBA Finals. But how about the Milwaukee Bucks? They're all the way down to 4th in the East. Are they going to find a way to get back to the finals? I'm not so sure. Charlotte Hornets, New York Knicks, Cleveland Cavaliers, they all look good. And the Cavs, that's exciting for them. They've been kind of on the come up for some years now, and oh, they just lost to the 8th seed. All right, never mind. The Bucks, they lost in the first round, so they're done for. Here in the West, we've got the Rockets and the Blazers, 2 teams we're pretty familiar with. But over in the East, it's Washington and Chicago, so some new look squads competing in the conference finals, which is fun. Chicago ends up beating the Bullets in Game 7 by 9 points to advance to the finals, and then the Rockets take care of the Blazers in 6. Kobe Bryant, another chance at a title. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You lose this one. Like, this is a layup for the Houston Rockets. Game 1 will go to Houston. They win Game 2. Bulls take Game 3 and 4. Nah, we're tied up going into Game 5. Are you kidding me? Rockets do get the W. Bryant, 43 points. He fouled out in 27 minutes. Wow. Game 6. All right, Kobe can close this out and win his first championship. Minute 36 to go. Rockets are up by 2. Can I see the scoreboard this time? No? All right, fine. We'll just go off good vibes. Smith is inbounding the ball to go to Tony Parker. Tony's Rockets are currently up. Parker to Bryant. Davis not currently in the game. He'll swing it to Smith, and now it goes to Parker. Parker's midi is out. Where's AD at? Davis is fouled out, so it's just Kobe and Tony right here. Bulls can tie it with the 2, take the lead with the 3. King has the ball. King defended by Bryant, gonna spin. He's attacking the basket. Nice hop step, but great contest. Oh, Bryant picks up the foul. King can tie it at the line right here. First free throw is good. Second one from King is also good. Rockets will give it into Parker to set things up. Minute to go. Tony will get the screen from Queta. Mid-range jumper is off. Queta, big rebound. It goes out to Smith. Now Parker will reset it. Tony crossing over. Fadeaway jumper. Oh my goodness. Off the window. Tony Parker. 2-point lead for Houston. Now King will bring it up. He swings it to Bell. Bell to Vincent. Vincent to Roten. Roten to O'Neal. Back to Roten. Not much time on the shot clock here. Bulls are going to have to do something. King, mid-range jumper off. Rockets grab the board, and the Bulls are going to opt to foul. So if the Rockets hit both of these, it'll be a 2-possession game, and they'll probably be champions. First one from Parker is good. Second one from Parker is good as well. Chicago probably needs a 3. No timeouts left after this one for him. Vincent into Roten. Roten guarded closely by Parker. They run a play to get Bell open for 3. It didn't work, and that'll do it. The Houston Rockets are NBA champions. Kobe Bryant wins his first ring in his 8th season. It took some time, but they did it, and Bryant had a monster series en route to a title. Bryant was a member of the first draft class we imported in this video. Congratulations. But now we move to another draft where the Magic, Lakers, and Spurs are picking in the top 3. And that means that Orlando will have a chance to draft Victor Wembanyama. Don't fumble this, Orlando. If y'all take Scoot Henderson, oh my goodness. With the first overall pick in the 1992 draft, hey, the Magic had this pick in real life. That's funny. They will select Victor Wembanyama. Yep, that's the right pick. Second, the Lakers. They're going to trade their pick for Larry Nance and Trent Tucker, so the Suns are now at 2, and they took Scoot Henderson. Oh, man. At 3, the San Antonio Spurs take Brandon Miller. Pacers trade their 4th pick. We got trades galore here for Bradley Beal, along with another first. Okay. The Suns, they're making moves. Asar Thompson, he gets picked up 4th at 5. The Clippers, man, can y'all stop? 5th pick and Jeremiah Robinson Earl for Nick Collison and Tyshawn Taylor. Seems like a finesse for Utah. They get Derek Lively, good pickup. Amen Thompson, both the Thompson twins went to the Suns. Oh my gosh, what is this trade, bro? 7th pick, wait, it's the Suns again? Y'all trading the whole team for picks? They get TJD. At 8, the Pistons take Koulibaly. Warriors will take Jarace Walker. Hawks, okay, I get it, man. Cam Whitmore goes to the Magic. Taylor Hendricks to the Sixers. We have a trade to announce. Who would have thought? 15th pick for Derek Lively. Why would the Jazz do that? Oh, gosh. I know as a Warriors fan, y'all shouldn't have done that. So the 23 draft is wrapped up. Wow. Well, what a weird draft, bro. I mean, we saw so many just different trades. A lot of weird trades, too. LeBron James, a restricted free agent, but his teammate Gilbert is unrestricted. That could be bad for him. That was bad for him. He just lost his best teammate. Oh, man. Gil is in Philadelphia. Of course, LeBron, Melo, Wade go back to the teams that drafted him. Parker goes back to the Rockets, who just won a ring. Gasol back to the Hawks. My Warriors, Stephon Marbury's back. What in the world? And then Ilgauskas, he re-signs. That's pretty much it in terms of big names in free agency. We've got a couple 99s in the league now in Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. And now it's time to spin that wheel. I feel like we've exhausted a lot of the huge draft classes. The only one really missing is that 1984 draft. That's the one big draft we're missing. We're going to get 1995 with the big ticket. KG. That's another good one. Along with Garnett, you're also looking at Joe Smith, Jerry Stackhouse. But yeah, mostly we're worried about KG here. Season is over with LeBron James as your MVP, averaging 31 a night. Yeah, and these 2K Sims, man, you can expect LeBron to win quite a few MVPs. Rookie of the Year is Victor Wembanyama, 16 and 8 with 2 blocks. Josh Giddey, 6th Man of the Year. LeBron James, DPOY. Christian Wood, wow, most improved player. But yeah, Christian Wood can really score like this. Or, well, he could. But 18 points per game. Donald Palmer is your Coach of the Year for the Utah Jazz. 55 wins on the season. Dwayne Wade, LeBron, AI. A lot of the usual guys here on the All-NBA teams. Chris Kaman on All-NBA. It's kind of insane. Didn't he make an All-Star team one time, though? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Chris Kaman did make an All-Star team. All rookie. You've got Wemby, Scoot, Amen. Bro, the Suns got everybody in this draft, didn't they? And then second team only has a couple guys. So not a lot of rookies were even able to get minutes to be eligible for the all-rookie team. In the standings here in the East, the Cavs, last year they disappointed. We'll see if they can be better this year. Washington in second, Dominique Wilkins. Scoring dropped off. He is 33 at this point. Knicks were in third. Jalen Green still leading the way. And then over in the West, Rockets were number 1. They're trying to go back-to-back. Warriors were in second, and Jazz were in third. Let's get straight to it. Conference Finals, it'll be Houston and Golden State. Marbury versus Kobe. We've seen Marbury and Kobe face off before. And then out east, it'll be the Washington Bullets versus the Miami Heat. Houston and Golden State go into a Game 7. Whoever wins this one will take on Washington in the NBA Finals. Bullets ended up beating the Heat in just 5 games. Is Kobe going back to the finals, or will Marbury stop him? No, Kobe's going back to the finals. The Rockets dynasty. It might be a little late, but it could be arriving here. Houston versus Washington, NBA Finals. Here we go. I don't think the Washington Bullets are equipped to beat this Rockets team at all. Yeah, they're not. They're not ready for prime time. The Rockets, back-to-back championships. Anthony Davis is your finals MVP. Kobe Bryant wins his second ring at only 26 years old. And this summer, we're really worried about KG. So whoever gets to this first overall pick, you have to assume they're drafting Garnett. And it'll be the Celtics. KG did win a chip in Boston with the first overall pick in the 1993 draft. The Celtics take KG. At 2, the Suns will take Antonio McDyess, Joe Smith to the Bulls, Damon Stoudemire to Orlando. Spurs take Big Country, Bryant Reeves, Theo Ratliff to the Sixers. Pistons get Jerry Stackhouse. That's a good pickup at 8. Lakers draft Corliss Williamson. Kurt Thomas goes at 9 to the Sonics. Oh, my fault. Jerry Stackhouse went at 7. Anyway, Michael Finley at 10 to the Nuggets. That's another good draft pick for sure. And that will wrap it up. Any notable names in free agency? Man, it seems like every year we got some big free agents. Larry still hasn't found a team. Oh, looks like he'll go to Cleveland. Oh, that's big for them. Porzingis returns to the Heat. Cat returns to the Cavs. Jazz bring in Marcus Camby. That's a nice pickup. Jason Richardson goes to the Kings. He's been in Milwaukee for forever. He won 3 Finals MVPs there. Nuggets get Sharif Abdur-Rahim. ISO Joe to the Clippers. Fat Lever to the Hawks. Derek Harper goes to the Bucks, which is good for them because they just lost Jason Richardson, and they've always needed a point guard. Kevin McHale to the Magic. Chris Kaman to the Nets. How's Derrick Rose doing? He's up to an 89, but the Pistons, oh man. Oh, they got Bird, but yeah, this team is just old, and usually old teams, I'll tell y'all, they do not do very well in the 2K simulation, I'll tell you that. And LeBron's all alone over here in Seattle. I think out of all the biggest name stars in the league, Kobe Bryant's probably in the best situation with the Rockets. Well, yeah, that's obvious, isn't it? He's won back-to-back titles. Let's get another draft going. Wheel of drafts. Here we go. It's gonna be either 2024. 84. Is 84 gonna land, or will it be 85? It's close. It's 84. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. All right. 96, 84, and 03 already all off the board. So we're now going to have a league with Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant all active at the same time. And Victor Wembanyama's in there. This is ridiculous. All right, AD, man, we get it. You can win MVPs. How many is that for you? Back-to-back chips. Oh, it's only 2 MVPs, it feels like. Davis has a lot more than that, but I guess I'm mistaken. KG, Rookie of the Year. LeBron James, Defensive Player of the Year. 00, Sixth Man of the Year. Brandon Miller, Most Improved. Steve Thomas wins Coach of the Year. All-NBA First Team, you got No Chill Gill in a new uniform. He left Seattle a couple years ago, which, man, Bron's cooked, isn't he? What? Willie Hernangomez? Oh, gosh. 2K, y'all just find new ways to stress me out. Like, how in the world is Willie Hernangomez that good at basketball? I don't understand. That's actually ridiculous. Oh, KG Rookie Year. Wow. What a start to his career. All-NBA Third Team in just his first season. Ridiculous stuff. Joe Smith averaged 22? Okay, maybe I'm underestimating this 95 draft class, huh? Western Conference Rockets dominant Batum. But yeah, the rest of the conference was not all that good. Oh man, wow, the league was trash in general. By the way, KG took the Celtics from #1 pick to #1 seed. So the Garnett effect being felt for sure. Rockets are in the conference finals taking on the Dubs. In the West, it's a 1 versus 2 matchup. Out East, we got the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat. The Bucks are back, huh? It's been a while, Milwaukee, and the Heat with Anthony Edwards and Kristaps Porzingis. They're a new team that's in the mix, a young team, and they go to the finals. They'll be taking on the Rockets. Kobe Bryant and Anthony Davis versus Anthony Edwards and Kristaps Porzingis. Game 1 of the series is a Houston win. Game 2, another Houston win. Heat win Game 3, but the Rockets win Game 4. Yeah, Heat not ready for prime time just yet, but Anthony Davis with the Finals MVP, and you got to watch out for that Miami Heat team going into the future. Kobe and AD win a 3-peat together, and I feel like they could definitely win more going into the future. Bryant now now a 3-time champion. Draft lottery. This is the Michael Jordan draft, the 84 draft. I took a little break from recording, so I actually forgot who was entering the league here, but we've got a big class. Who's going to get the #1 pick and a chance to draft MJ? Because you assume that this time no team's going to make the mistake on passing up on Mike. The Nuggets get the #1 pick. Lakers at 2, Bulls at 3. Imagine MJ in a Laker uniform or a Nuggets uniform with the first overall pick in the 1994 NBA draft. So the 84 class entering the league a decade later. The Denver Nuggets are going to select Hakeem Olajuwon. Michael Jordan falls to 2. Does he fall any further? No. The Lakers make no mistake and take Jordan with their second pick. The Bulls at 3 take Barkley. Stockton's still on the board and he goes to Sacramento. Del Bledsoe to the Timberwolves. I don't know who that dude is. 5th. Oh, is that the 5th pick or 6th pick? It's the 6th pick getting traded for Dale Ellis. And the Kings at 6 take Sam Perkins. Jared Jenkins to the Mavs. Sam Bowie goes to the Pistons. Byron Randall to the Hornets. Alvin Robertson to the Pacers. I try to find draft classes without these auto-generated players, so that's my bad that some of those auto-generated guys slipped through the cracks. Pick 13 also gets traded for Ricky Pierce, and we'll go ahead and get up and out of here. Michael Jordan is a Laker. Whoa. Who do they even have over there in LA? We'll have to investigate that in a second. In the meantime, we got some pretty decent free agents. We'll see where these guys end up going. Dang, Anthony Edwards is unrestricted? Why did the Heat let him go? And Bradley Beal is also sitting here in unrestricted free agency. It's getting to that point where a lot of players want a lot of money, and unfortunately, probably not all of them are going to get it. It's this problem in 2K where basically guys expect too much money and then it results in just not enough to go around. But some guys did get paid. Dominique Wilkins went back to the Washington Bullets. Terry Cummings went over to Chicago. The Pacers bring in Larry Bird, so he goes home. And they bring back Andre Drummond. Bird, 37 years old. That's pretty much it, though. What type of situation did Mike get drafted into? Oh my gosh. So the Lakers, they pick up Devin Booker, which is cool, but he's playing with Magic and James Worthy. They're very old, so Jordan's going to have to lock in early, but watch out for them. Matter of fact, I think it's time we do a look around the league because I feel like a lot has changed. But before we do that, we're going to spin the wheel again. Which draft class is up next? It's gonna be either 22 or 24. It is 2024, so kind of a dud there, with all due respect to those guys. 2024 draft. Maybe they can surprise us here in the 90s and do something big. Oh yeah, I forgot to do my look around the league. Let's do that real quick. So the Sixers, they've got 2 elite guards in D'Lo and Gilbert Arenas. D'Lo at 91 in the sim. The Bucks kind of past their best days, it looks like. The Bullets have Willie Hernan Gomez, who's for some reason incredible, Tyson Chandler, and an old Dominique Wilkins. The Bulls get Terry Cummings and James Wiseman to help Jermaine O'Neal. The Cavs have this really promising core but haven't done anything yet. Celtics just came off a really solid rookie season from Garnett. Actually, an incredible rookie season from Garnett. Clippers have Peja Stojakovic, Joe Johnson, and Miles Turner, but haven't done much this video. Gasol hasn't really won anything in Atlanta. The Heat just lost Anthony Edwards. I'm not really sure where he went. The Hornets have Dwayne Wade, Jonathan Kuminga. That's about it. Jazz, not too good. Jason Richardson, since coming to Sacramento, hasn't won much. The Knicks, they've been trying but haven't made any deep playoff runs. The Lakers just drafted Jordan. A Russ and Wemby duo in Orlando. Now that is fun, man. Come on. The Mavs, they were elite some time ago, but they've kind of fallen off. The Nets, Scotty Barnes, DJ Augustine. Kind of a whatever team. The Nuggets are led by Sharif Abdur-Rahim. Pacers picked up an old Larry Bird to play alongside Drummond, but I don't expect them to do too much. Oh, Anthony Edwards and Derrick Rose are playing together in Detroit. Rockets looking to go for their 4th in a row. Spurs, they've got Melo and some good players. We'll see if they can get past elite West teams like the Rockets. The Suns have Beal and Scoot along with Double O. Sonics got to get Bron a little more help. Timberwolves, they've got Lillard, LaMelo. Blazers, they've still got Nash and Drexler, but the supporting cast around them not as crazy as it once was. The Warriors have been running with Big Z and Marbury for a while, and that'll wrap it up. Let's get to the end of the season. Another season in the books. LeBron James, your most valuable player, averaging 31, 8, and 6 on the year. Michael Jordan, Rookie of the Year for the Los Angeles Lakers, and the James Wiseman career redemption arc. That voice crack was crazy, but the James Wiseman career redemption arc is here. He wins 6th Man of the Year. LeBron DPOY, Kobe Buffkin, Most Improved Player, and Mason Yee, Coach of the Year. Bron, how many MVPs is that already? Yeah, he's already up to 3, and I assume he's going to run it up because, like I told y'all, the 2K sim, they love to give Bron a lot of MVPs. Oh, wow. So Chris Bosh, you see he's on the All-NBA here, but he got traded from New York to Denver. That's a pretty big in-season trade. Usually you don't see crazy in-season moves like that happen, but Bosh on the move. I wonder what went down in terms of that trade. Okay, if we head over here to Denver, the Nuggets got Ralph Sampson, and Sampson's got to be old, right? Like old at this point. Why do they have all these big men? Or sorry, the Nuggets gave up Ralph Sampson, who's got to be old is what I meant to say. But the Nuggets have Hakeem, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, and Chris Bosh. So yeah, I don't know about that. I think that's just too many big men on one team. Eastern Conference, looking at the standings, we talked about the Cavs in our roster breakdown and how they've been trying to make that breakthrough for years. Maybe this is finally their time. In second is the Boston Celtics. They have Garnett, Sengun in the front court, Isaac Okoro. They were the 1 seed last year, I'm pretty sure. New York Knicks come in third after trading for Sampson, who is 34 years old. So I'm not sure why you trade away a younger Bosh for an older Sampson. Over in the West, LeBron kind of carries the Sonics all the way to the number 1 seed. Mavs come in second. Okay, Dallas, maybe y'all can do something. And the Clippers are in third. Could we see a Clippers ring? Because we for sure haven't seen one in real life. Oh my gosh, LeBron Sonics got swept. That is embarrassing. Wait, the 8 seeds won in both conferences in a sweep? All right, 2K, we got to make some sense here. Sixers are taking on the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. In the West, it'll be the Los Angeles Clippers taking on the Phoenix Suns. Suns take care of the Clippers in 6. Celtics beat the Sixers in 5. So we have a Suns-Celtics Finals. Suns led by Bradley Beal, who apparently is coming off the bench. They'd rather start him in, but he is their highest overall player. Beal is. Neither one of these teams looks insane, but I think the Celtics do have the best guy in the series, regardless of overall. Kevin Garnett. 2-2 series going into Game 5. We'll jump in the Simcast. And it's going to be a C's win. Dante Green with 42. He's always good in the simulation for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why, but Dante Green finds a way. C's with the 3-2 lead. And in Game 6, the Celtics close it out. Kevin Garnett, 26-10. And in just year 2, Garnett is able to win a championship. Sengun is your finals MVP. So there you go. A Boston Celtics championship here in the late 90s. And the Rockets, they were quiet this year. 6 seed, lost in the first round. After winning 3 championships in a row, they kind of just fell off. Bit of a boring draft coming up, with all due respect. Hawks have the number 1 pick, Hornets are at 2, and Spurs are at 3. Hawks have the number 1 pick just like they did when they drafted Risa Shea in real life. We've got another expansion draft coming up. I wonder if any team is letting go of some really elite players. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. It's the Raptors and Grizzlies entering the league. Best players given up include Jet Howard and Ricky Pierce. With the first overall pick in the 1995 NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Cody Will. Oh my gosh. What? You serious? At 2, the Hornets take Donovan Clingan. Spurs, Alex Sarr, okay. And Risa Shea goes to the Raptors, who just entered the league. Rob Dillingham to the Grizzlies. Big Edie to the Jazz. He'll probably dominate this type of era. Who is this guy? Isaiah Collier goes at 8 to the Kings. Ron Holland. I know Reed Shepard hasn't got drafted. 11th pick traded to the Lakers for Emmanuel Mudiay. So LA may be trying to get some good young players alongside MJ. Oh, they take Reed Shepard. I like that pickup. Just another scorer next to Michael Jordan. Dalton Knecht goes to Philly. Again, not a crazy draft, but some cool names in there. Speaking of cool names, Gilbert Arenas and Melo, they're both free agents, so see where they end up going. Gilbert Arenas goes to the Nets, so he switches teams again. And Melo goes to Philadelphia, where Gilbert just was. Now, the Sixers also end up getting Ilgauskas Oh, Philly might have loaded up. Hold on. Yeah, the Sixers loaded up for sure. You've got D'Lo, Melo, Gauskas. That's not insane, but it is good for sure. And just as a look at some of the top players in the league now, Wembanyama, he's really coming up. Westbrook's starting to get a lot better. Edwards getting better as well. While some of the guys from the 96 draft are beginning to regress. Speaking of drafts, which one's next? All right, here we go. Let's spin this wheel again. And we're going to land on either 2017 or 2018. And it's 2018 with Luka Doncic. Okay. You've also got Trey. This is a big draft too. Luka Doncic, DA, Triple J. You've also got Brunson, Shea, who is up to a 98 in the latest 2K roster update. Isn't that crazy? Wemby's up to a 95. LeBron James is your MVP, 28, 7, and 6 on the year. Joe Smith, dang, bro, 26 a game. Wally Young, this is an undrafted 70 overall. How was he the rookie of the year? LeBron James, DPOY, Gallinari, most improved player, and Edmund Wingate, coach of the year. Ray Allen, still on All-NBA first team, trying to carry the Milwaukee Bucks. Mike averaged 30, speaking of trying to carry, and Wemby's on here, so the next generation of stars has really started. You see a lot of guys who have been drafted in recent years coming up. Brandon Miller almost averaged 30. Big season for him. He started off averaging only 8 points per game, and it's just gradually gotten better season over season to the point where he's one of the premier scorers in the entire association. Yeah, we didn't even have all rookie teams this year. None of the new rookies got minutes. That's basically what that means. Were they that sad? Dang, man, what a terrible draft class. Out east, the Bucks were number 1, 55 wins. Ray trying to go get another. And then in the West, it was the Sonics at number 1. They picked up Booker to help out LeBron. Okay, that's real solid. And LeBron was the 1 seed last year without Book. They completely sold in the playoffs. So we'll see if they're a little better when the lights get bright this time. Nuggets, they lost somebody, didn't they? Or no, they just moved Sharif Abdur-Rahim over to the small forward. That's what they did. And the Suns, they've got Beal off the bench. Both the Thompson twins hitting the exact same pose here. That's funny. Lakers were in 4th with Michael Jordan and an older Magic. And then as for some other Eastern teams, oh, the Magic with Wemby and Russ. That's cool. The Cavs are here too. Yeah, the Cavs, I'm just used to them disappointing me. So I anticipate that happening again. Conference finals this year, it'll be Seattle and Denver. LeBron James in the conference finals. I don't think we've really seen him competing like that. So this is pretty big. And the Nuggets are here as well after picking up Hakeem in the 84 draft. Over in the East, the Nets with their recent pickup of Gilbert Arenas, and the Magic with Russ and Wembanyama. That is going to be a very fun matchup too. Unfortunately, neither series went 7. We end up with a Nuggets-Nets finals. Man, I'm not going to lie. I wanted to see the Sonics and the Magic, but here we go. Hopefully it'll be close. Nets, oh man, they're dominating against Denver early here. Oh, hold on. Thought Denver maybe had enough gas to make a comeback, but they didn't. Gilbert Arenas moves teams and immediately wins the championship. So a great decision from him to join a new squad. Mr. Doncic is entering the association, and y'all know how it gets with 2K simulation Luka. He's probably about to take over, but let's see who will have a chance to draft Doncic. It looks like the Raptors got the best chance at 25%, but the Miami Heat jump up to 1, Warriors are at 2, and Toronto falls to 3. With the first overall pick in the 1996 NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Luka Doncic. The right pick. At 2, the Golden State Warriors, they're going to take DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, my team can't get anything right. At 3, Toronto, Trae Young is still on the board. Shea's on the board. They take Trae Young. Oh, those throwback Raptors jerseys, too tough. At 4, Sacramento will take Triple J. MPJ goes to the Hawks. Shea still available. The Grizz take Marvin Bagley. Oh, man. At 7, it's the Pistons. The guy from that one song, Mo Bamba. At 8, the Blazers get a steal in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. At 9, it's Colin Sexton to San Antonio. Wendell to the Rockets. The Spurs with another pick. Anthony Simons at 11 isn't bad at all. Kevin Knox to the Charlotte Hornets. Maybe he'll do better in this era. Rob Will to the Big Apple. And yeah, it's about time to get out of here. This 2018 draft class, it's got a lot of depth to it. A lot of great players. Jalen Jalen Brunson didn't end up going until 15th overall. Who did he go to? The Timberwolves. Yeah, they got a steal for sure. Now we move to free agency. Wemby's restricted, so you assume he'll be going back to his team. But we've got some other big names like Peja Stojakovic and, of course, Willie Hernangomez. Okay, most of the big names have picked their new teams. Peja stays with the Clippers. Brandon Miller returns to San Antonio. Wemby back in Orlando. Oh, the Hawks got Hernangomez, who's been a walking double-double. Well, not really. He's been close, though. You see the rebounding is a little bit off of that double-double some years. Regardless, good player. And Pau Gasol finally leaves Atlanta. He's going to Washington. Evan Mobley leaves the Cavs to go to the Mavericks. The Warriors, Marbury resigns. And now we're about ready to head into another season. Russell Westbrook up to a 98 overall this year. Him and Wemby. Oh, watch out. I'm telling y'all, they gotta be a problem going into the future. And some of the guys who initially got drafted, their regression is continuing. Iverson, he's going down. Jason Richardson. But before we go into the season, of course, we got to get that wheel going. The league is loaded with talent. Let's see who's going to be joining. We're going to be in the 2000s with it. It'll be 06 or 07. It is 2006, the year before the KD draft. Who was in this one? I don't think Darren Williams was in this. I believe Darren Williams was in the same one as Chris Paul. This was LaMarcus Aldridge and Brandon Roy, I'm pretty sure. Yup, LaMarcus Aldridge, Rondo, Brandon Roy, of course, Kyle Lowry. 2K has definitely improved my knowledge of these draft classes. I would not know as many drafts as I do and what players are in them if it weren't for 2K. Also, now that we're in 1997, we are creeping up on the turn of the century. It's almost the year 2000, which means we still got a lot more seasons to simulate, of course. Really, we're still in the first half of the video. This might be one of my longest videos ever. LeBron James is your MVP. I stopped recording this video yesterday. I'm back today recording it. So I don't remember exactly where Bron was with the MVPs, but he was going crazy. Yeah, that's his third straight. I figured with these 2K sims, you know how it goes. LeBron, he wins a lot of the MVPs. Luka Doncic, Rookie of the Year. He might be coming for that MVP award here in a few seasons. Jared Jenkins, I don't know who you are, but Sixth Man of the Year. LeBron, DPOY. Mason Yee, Coach of the Year for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Didn't they just lose Mobley, and they're still out there playing at a high level? Speaking of playing at a high level, Michael Jordan averaging 34 points a night. That is ridiculous. Charles Barkley, 26 and 11. There's the Brody on second team. Ray Allen still holding it down, and Unk's 33 years old. But yeah, the 84 draft is definitely making their impact on the league felt, and they're just in their third season. Looking at the standings in the East, the Cleveland Cavaliers were hooping. This is still a good team even without Mobley. Oh, and they did pick up Chris Kaman to replace Mobley. Kaman almost a 90 overall. You got a solid bench too. Celtics, 44 wins earns them the 2 seed, because remember at this time, standings were based on division. So if you won your division, you could get a higher seed, and that's what the Celtics did. The Bulls with Barkley and O'Neal in the front court. Not Shaquille, Jermaine. They've also got Terry Cummings, Cam Thomas. It's really interesting to see all these players from different eras just playing together. Really cool. Over here in the Western Conference, the Sonics, they got Bron, Tony Parker, and Booker. Yeah, Bron, it's really no excuse now. You've got a great supporting cast. You got to go out there and win a championship. In Denver, it's Bosh, Hakeem, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Asar Thompson. Good defensive team for sure. And the Lakers are in third. Michael Jordan, James Worthy, and an older Magic. They've got Reed Shepherd starting over Magic. That's crazy. Zaza Pachulia appearance. All right, here we go. We're going to get straight to the conference finals. In the West, it is Seattle versus Denver, Hakeem versus LeBron. And over in the East, we got Chicago and Cleveland. The Cavs, we've been waiting on them to make their breakthrough and win a championship. We'll see if this is finally their year. Sonics are going to the finals. LeBron James will be competing for a title. In the meantime, Cleveland and Chicago go into a Game 7 in the East. And in Game 7, it's all Chicago. Joe Smith, oh my goodness, the career redemption arc. 33 points in this one. and it's the Bulls versus the Sonics in the NBA Finals. James looking to add that elusive championship. I just pressed simulate round, and it went 7. I was not trying to do that. But the Bulls, they blow out the Sonics in Game 7, and Charles Barkley is a champion already. Charles, you've done something you couldn't do in your real-life career, and you're only 3 seasons in. LeBron, though, man, you've got all those MVPs, all those DPOYs, and no championship to show for it. Gotta step it up, especially with that supporting cast. I don't know if they can keep naming him MVP if he's just gonna keep losing. I know MVP is a regular season award, but still, draft, lottery. This isn't the most exciting draft, especially compared to what we've been used to. We've been spoiled by some great draft classes, but nonetheless, the Miami Heat are gonna land the first pick again, and the Warriors are at 2 again. Funny how that worked out. At number 1 in the 97 draft, the Heat will take Brandon Roy. Injuries are off. B. Roy could end up doing some big things. At 2, the Dubs take LaMarcus Aldridge. Probably maybe not the second best player. Yeah, I would say he probably is the second best player in this draft. Bargnani goes at 3. Rondo to the Nuggets at 4. Sacramento takes Paul Millsap with their 5th selection. Kyle Lowry to Toronto. 2K got the script, 6 overall. At 7, it's Rudy Gay going to Washington. Tyrese Thomas to the Vancouver Grizzlies. Adam Morrison at 9 to the Nets. And the Mavs take Thabo Sefolosha at 10. Jordan Farmar to the Hornets at 11. Another draft in the books. We haven't really seen any draft night trades in a second, have we? This year's free agency, Kevin Garnett, he's restricted though. Probably the biggest name in terms of unrestricted free agents is Dwayne Wade, but he's looking to go back to Charlotte. Feel like we've seen a decent amount of loyalty in this video. Oh, maybe Wade isn't going back to Charlotte? Is anybody gonna pay him? It's the last day of free agency and he's eyeing Minnesota. Looking at some of the other names, Tony Parker leaves Seattle. He's going to Philly. KG back to Boston. The Bulls pick up D'Lo. Bosh goes to Utah. He's kind of been a journeyman. This is already his 3rd team. But what's up with D Wade? Is he going to get a deal? Okay, he did get a deal, and it's with Toronto. Oh, he joined a pretty tough situation. Good luck, Wade. It's kind of a young team over there, and Wade, he's getting older. He needs to compete sooner rather than later, so not sure why he chose Toronto. Maybe they were the only team that would give him the bag. Let's go back to our wheel. The 06 draft was kind of boring. I'm hoping for a better one here. With all due respect to the 06 draft. Oh, we might get 07, 09, 2010. 2010 is the DeMarcus Cousins draft. You've also got Paul George in the class. I saw Paul George complaining about playing center. That whole Paul George Philly situation, not good. They gave him all that money. He isn't playing at the level they anticipated, and he's the one complaining. Not looking too good over in Philadelphia, I would say. So good luck, Philly fans. I'm right there with you. My team, the Warriors, they're not doing too well right now either, and it seems like they're being too stubborn to make any type of trades. The Brody wins MVP. Shout out to Russ, man. 27 and 11 assists. Yeah, it's easy to get those dimes when you just got to throw it up there. Wemby's in there somewhere, man. Bargnani, Rookie of the Year. There you go. Jay Humphries, 6th Man of the Year. LeBron, DPOY, but they didn't give him the MVP this year. Notice that. Timberwolves coach Dante Finley is Coach of the Year. Dang, man. I guess he's good at the analytics. It's always funny to look at the coaches' ratings after they win Coach of the Year, because some of them, oh my gosh, they're awful. First team, Russ, Jordan, Garnett, James, Wembanyama. And then here goes your second team, Willie Hernangomez. I mean, what in the world? Why is he so good at basketball, 2K? And then here are your all-rookie teams. See, the thing with these rookies is only a couple guys are getting minutes within their rotations early on. So you don't even have full all-rookie teams, and that's because in 2K, the progression is crazy. So a lot of guys get really good in this game, and then it's tough for everybody to get minutes. But JJ Redick, he's starting king on the Orlando Magic as a rookie, as a 76 overall, and the Magic were the #1 seed. At 2 in the East, it's the Pistons. Oh, let Rose and Ant go on a run. And then the Celtics are in 3rd. Out West, it's the Timberwolves #1. LaMelo Ball, he's been here since he got drafted, which was already 8 years ago. Hard to believe that. Joe Johnson off the bench. Yeah, this is a good team. Justice Winslow having a great career. And the Sonics still in the mix. Bron, you got to prove the doubters wrong. You're what, 30 at this point? Still haven't really won anything, and it looks like that's going to continue. James loses in the first round. We end up with the Lakers and the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. Jordan versus Hakeem, a battle of the 84 draft. Out East, it's Chicago and New York. Jalen Green been in New York for so long, and Chicago, they're coming off of a championship, so they're looking to go back-to-back here. Oh man, New York, move out the way. Chicago's going to the finals. Denver will meet him there, so no chip for Jordan. It's going to be Hakeem versus Barkley. Again, 2 members of the 84 draft. That class making their impact felt on the association. Game 1, it's Chicago. Bulls win Game 2. Nuggets will take Game 3 and 4, but the Bulls win Game 5. So Denver on the verge of elimination here in Game 6. How will they respond? They'll respond with a W. They win by 20 points. Sharif Abdur-Rahim, 32. And it all comes down to this Game 7 NBA Finals. Barkley trying to go back-to-back. And in the final period, it's all Denver. The Bulls, just a collapse. Only 14 points in the final quarter. And Olajuwon is an NBA champion. Hakeem, of course, wins Finals MVP. And now we head into a summer where DeMarcus Cousins, Paul George, Jeremy Lin is going to be entering the league too. Picking first in this draft is the Utah Jazz. Sixers are at 2, Warriors at 3. The Dubs have been in the top 3 year after year. With the first overall pick in the 1998 NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select DeMarcus Cousins. A healthy Boogie could be a problem. At 2, it's Philadelphia. They take Paul George. We'll see if the Paul George experiment in Philly works out a little better this time. At 3, the Dubs take Gordon Hayward. I forgot about Gordon Hayward being in this class. The Wizards, it's Derek Favors. At 5, Jeremy Lin goes to Indiana, really. At 6, Eric Bledsoe to Atlanta. Nets will take Whiteside 7th overall. Evan Turner goes to the Mavs at 8. Raptors take Ish Smith at 9. And Boban goes at 10 to the Clippers. There you go. Boban Marjanovic rounding out the top 10. Free agency. Melo and Gill and Ant. This is one of our best classes in a long time. I also saw KP in there. Melo goes to Philly. Oh, he was returning. I forgot he was there. Wizards pick up Gilbert Arenas. This is his 4th team. Hornets get Edwards. He leaves Rose. Jordan, of course, re-signs with the Lakers. He's coming off his rookie deal. Heat bring back KP. Rose, he also left Detroit for the Jazz, so the Pistons are in shambles. Hakeem returns to the Nuggets. Barkley back to the Bulls. Pistons get Beal to replace Rose and Edwards, who just left. Man, I feel like we've seen a lot of player movement over recent years. Let's do a quick look around the league, kind of see where things are looking. Well, before that, I'm actually going to spin the wheel of drafts. We're due for a big draft. Maybe we're not, because I might have exhausted all the huge drafts. Well, we still got Curry. Anyway, it's going to be 86. I don't think that's D-Rob. D-Rob's 87, right? I'm not even sure who's in 86. Oh, okay. You got Brad Daughtry, Chuck Person, Ron Harper, Dennis Rodman, Del Curry, Sabonis, Scott Skiles, the assist man himself. Oh, yeah. And I was supposed to look at the roster, so let me do that before we get too far into the season. In Philadelphia, it's Melo and Tony Parker. Melo still ringless at this point, right? No, he got one early, didn't he? Oh, he didn't. Never mind. My fault, Melo. The Bucks, Ray Allen, he's been loyal to this team his whole career. Probably going to retire without winning any more rings at this rate, though. The Bulls, they've been in the mix for a couple years now. Went to a Game 7 with the Nuggets. They've got a big 3 of Russell, O'Neal, and Barkley. Cade and Cat is an elite duo, though, a pair of 97 overalls. In Boston, it's Garnett and Dante Green. He always is good in these sims for whatever reason. I don't know, man. The Celtics, K-Love, Peja, Miles Turner. Not a crazy team. Grizz, yeah, not great either. Willie Hernangomez leading the Hawks. The Heat have Luka and KP. That's fire. You got Sengun too? They got a squad. Anthony Edwards is teaming up with Drummond and Donovan Clingan in Charlotte. Derrick Rose and Chris Bosh, not a bad pairing in Utah. The Kings, they probably need another piece. You got Patrick Williams, Triple J, and Kaman. The Knicks, Jalen Green, he's been loyal his whole career. Lakers, Magic, he's still hooping. This is going to be his 20th season. This LA team is headlined by Jordan. The Russ and Wemby duo in Orlando, I want to see them do something. The Mavs, AI, still here, but his best years are behind him. The Nets, you've got Stockton and McDyess in the pick and roll. Nuggets coming off a title, looking to win another one with Hakeem and Sharif Abdul-Rahim. Pacers, you got Kuminga, Amen Thompson, Zebo, but you need that number one option. Pistons, they just lost Anthony Edwards and Derrick Rose. You bring in Beal. I don't think he's going to be enough to replace those guys. Raptors, they've got a good young roster, but Wade's aging too fast. They're going to need somebody else to emerge. The Rockets, I forgot all about the Rockets. They still have Kobe and Anthony Davis, but we haven't really seen them do much in a long time. San Antonio Spurs, led by Brandon Miller, but just not a great team around them. Stephon Marbury made his way here via trade. The Suns, Powell and Scoot. Powell ended up getting traded here. You also got Joe Smith, who's been a really good scorer in the sim. The Sonics, LeBron and Book. James still ringless at 28 years old. The Timberwolves, we saw them make a decent run recently, but they might need some more guys next to LaMelo. The Blazers have kind of kept the same core throughout the entire video. It may be time to move on with Nash and Drexler aging. My Warriors, they've been a consistent lottery team. Gilbert is in Washington, but they don't have much help around them. And that wraps up our roster breakdown. Let's simulate the rest of the season. LeBron James wins MVP. DeMarcus Cousins, Rookie of the Year, starting off his career in Utah. Jay Humphries, Sixth Man of the Year, averaged 21 off the bench for the Lakers, giving Michael Jordan some help. LeBron, another DPOY. Brandon Roy, Most Improved Player. And Stevie Thomas, Coach of the Year. So the Nuggets looking to go back-to-back. First team, we got a lot of the usual names. Second team, Joe Smith is here. A double-double. And then here's your third team. Shout out to Amen Thompson making his way on here. He's scoring the ball a lot more than I anticipated. Wow, this is an elite whole defensive team. Second team, all defense is real solid too. Surprised Wemby isn't getting any DPOYs. That's actually shocking. Standings, we aren't really having those squads that are juggernauts winning 60 plus games. But here in the East, the Heat were number one. Yeah, the Luka and KP pairing with great players around them, that's tough. Of course, Killian Hayes. Whoa, he's hooping. The Killian Hayes redemption arc. At 2, it's Chicago. We know Barkley, he's going to compete. And the Knicks are in third. Out west, Nuggets number 1. Are we going to see a back-to-back run? Sonics at 2. Hey, they fold like a lawn chair every year in the playoffs. And the Rockets, I was just saying how we hadn't really heard from them in a while. They're trying to change that. They're trying to make some noise this year. Oh, the Rockets didn't make it very far. In both conferences, it's 1 versus 2. We got the Nuggets and the Sonics in the West, and then in the East, it's Miami and Chicago. Luka and KP, a young duo, trying to make it to the finals, and they're doing real well against Chicago. They beat them in 5. As for the Sonics, they're going to the finals. So we've got LeBron James and Devin Booker versus Luka and Porzingis. Game 1 will go to the Heat. Heat win game 2. Oh, this Luka and KP pairing, it might be something special for years to come. Oh, never mind. It's all Killian Hayes. My bad, big dog. The Killian Hayes Finals MVP. If you are still watching for this nonsense, comment Killian Hayes, because what in the world? Magic retires after 20 years pro. Let's go to the 1999 draft lottery. Bro, the Warriors, just the greatest draft lottery team of all time. They're always in there. Washington at 1, and they had Gil. Mavs at 2. Dubs are picking at 3. With the first overall pick in the 1999 NBA draft, the Washington Wizards will select Mark Price. Remember, we put the 86 class for this year. At 2, it's Brad Daughtry. At 3, the Dubs take Ron Harper. Rodman goes to the Pistons. At 5, the Clippers take Chuck Person. Kenny Walker at 6 to Portland. At 7, the Jazz take Jeff Hornacek. Scott Skiles to the Charlotte Hornets. At 9, Dale Curry goes to the Sixers. Arvydas Sabonis to the Spurs at 10. 11th is William Bedford. Kevin Duckworth goes to the Lakers. Another draft in the books, and that is our last one before the turn of the century as we are in 1999. Free agency, our premier player is Brandon Miller at a 96 overall. And Brandon Miller went to the Pacers. He left San Antonio where he spent his entire NBA career. Also, Pau Gasol went back to the Wizards after spending some time in Phoenix. Kevin Love re-signs with the Clippers. DJ Augustine to the Lakers. He's a 92 in this sim, and he's going to help out Michael Jordan. Sonics do bring back Book to help LeBron. Oh, the Heat lose Sengun after their championship. That is a big loss for them, but they bring back Killian Hayes, who is coming off of a Finals MVP. All right, we got to spin the wheel of basketball to see what draft class we're going to use this year. Our wheel has definitely gotten smaller. We've crossed a lot of the drafts off the list, and the next one off the list will be 2019. Okay, a fun one. Ja Morant and Zion Williamson. Did y'all see Zion recently got suspended? I think he was late for a team practice or something. He only got suspended for one game though. Zion in the early 2000s with his bully ball style and injuries off. Hey, he might really be a problem. LeBron James, another MVP. So he's got the most MVPs in NBA history, and he's tied for the least championships in NBA history with 0. Brad, Rookie of the Year. Kyle Lowry, 6th Man of the Year for the Raptors. LeBron, another DPOY. Cam Christie, this is Max's brother, Most Improved Player. And Jeffrey Waters, Coach of the Year. The Indiana Pacers finally getting some love. I feel like they have not really done much throughout this video, unless I'm forgetting something. All-NBA third team, we got some new names. John Stockton. Andrea Bargnani is here. Wow. And Brandon Roy makes it. Dude, he got such a squad. Y'all don't understand. Okay, here in the Eastern Conference, Indiana, number 1. Amen Thompson, Brandon Miller. Reed Shepherd left the Lakers and joined Indy here. Magic are in 2nd. They've had good regular seasons. Can they do it when the lights get bright? And the Nets are in 3rd. We just saw Stockton All-NBA. Over in the West, Bron, we've seen you do it in the regular season. Get it done in the playoffs. At 2, it's the Wolves. And then at 3, it is the Phoenix Suns. Miami only finished 4th in the East. I'm real surprised at that. But the Heat do make the conference finals over here. They're taking on the Boston Celtics. In the West, it'll be Seattle and the Suns. Suns take care of the Sonics in 6. Bron, still no finals. And the Heat winning 5 against the Celtics. Miami looking to repeat. I'm telling y'all, they're a problem. And this Suns team, I don't know, bro. Scoot Henderson's a 95. I didn't even see that. I thought bro was like an 85 or something. I did not see that bro was a 95. Game 1, Miami won by 50, bro. Miami won by 50. Game 2, another Heat dub. It's over with, bro. We are seeing a dynasty in the making in Miami. 2 straight titles, and I don't see why they wouldn't go for 3. This is ridiculous. The Heat are a great team. Jay Crowder retired. Draft lottery 2000. Of course, we got the 2019 class entering here. The Spurs traded away their pick, and it might go number 1 to Utah. That's tough luck. Oh, it dropped to 3. But nonetheless, Hawks at 1, Sixers at 2, and the Jazz are picking at 3rd, courtesy of the Spurs. With the first overall pick in the 2000 NBA draft, who do you think's going to go number 1, Ja or Zion? I think Z will go number 1. The Atlanta Hawks select Ja Morant. Well, L prediction, Ja is going to ATL. At 2, the Philadelphia 76ers on the clock. They take Zion Williamson. 3rd pick, Utah Jazz. RJ Barrett might be your next best choice. Yep, he goes to Utah. At 4, the Charlotte Hornets. Oh, Darius Garland would have been great. Yeah, he probably should have gone 3 there. At 5, it's Kobe White to Toronto. Oh, Tyler Hero goes at 6 to the Mavs. Nick Claxton is 7 to the Wizards. DeAndre Hunter to the Pistons at 8. 9th is Cam Johnson to the Bucks. And 10th is Brandon Clark to the Dubs. This draft class had some sneaky depth. Oh, look at that. The 12th pick's getting traded. Feel like we haven't seen a draft pick trade in a minute. Kwame Brown for pick 12. And the Bucks will use that pick to take another big man in Daniel Gafford. Cam Reddish goes to the Blazers. There's Jordan Poole to the Clippers. Bull to the Nets. Free agency. Wembanyama, a 99 overall free agent, and he doesn't have any type of big offers. Yeah, I think it's time I step in as Commissioner Danny and bump the salary cap. Wait, are all the teams this far over the cap, or did me bumping the cap help? Why does Wemby want so little money? I don't really know what's going on. Maybe that helped. Maybe it didn't. We'll see. Hopefully there's less players sitting in free agency now. I may have just made the contracts cheaper across the league. Honestly, I'm not too sure what I just did. I tried to bump up the salary cap, but now Wemby's signing for 4 years, $6 million. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. It's over with. Victor Wembanyama is a Laker. With Jordan. That's all that needs to be said. Oh my goodness. So what I tried to do there was bump up the salary cap, but I guess it caused a glitch where it actually went down. So now we're working with less salary cap, which may have actually fixed some of our problems with players wanting too much money. I don't know, dude. Anyway, let's go back to the wheel. Let's get back to the simulation. So looking at the wheel, we've got a good amount of 90s drafts left, only a couple in the 80s, quite a few 2010s, and then a good amount in the 2000s. Only one draft from the 2020s remains here. And we're going to land somewhere in the 2010s. It'll either be 2016 or 17. It is 2016, just barely. We almost landed on that 2017 draft class. Who was in 2016? I see why I forgot. Welcome to the association, Ben Simmons. Oh, here we go. Benjamin Simmons. Michael Jordan wins MVP. Bro, the Lakers, dog. Wembanyama and Jordan. Zion averages 23 as a rookie to win Rookie of the Year for Philadelphia. Trae Young, 28 off the bench for Toronto. 6th Man of the Year. James, DPOY. Jordan Farmar, Most Improved. And Gene Carney, Coach of the Year for the Nets. We'll have to see what's going on with that Brooklyn team. Oh, they do have John Stockton, but the Lakers, Wembanyama and Jordan, both on All-NBA first team. I guess that's the power of being the Lakers. You can go out, you can sign premier players, and they end up landing the number 1 seed. What luck they've had to draft Jordan and then go out and sign Wembanyama. In the 2nd seed is the Jazz. You've got Rose and DeMarcus Cousins, 2 big what-if injury players. Chris Bosh is here, Risa Shea, RJ Barrett, and then 3rd, Sonics. We know Bron's probably not about to do anything, and I'm a Bron fan, but he's just been letting us down in this video, hadn't he? The Nets, led by Stockton, number 1 seed. In 2nd is the Bulls with Barkley. And then in 3rd is the Pacers. You got to watch out for the Heat, though. I'm telling you, I don't know why they didn't win that many regular season games, but they're coming off 2 titles in a row. They can't be ignored. See? They're in the conference finals. The Lakers lost. Lakers lost to the Suns. Scoot Henderson just too powerful, and the Suns will advance to take on the Nuggets. Over here in the East, it'll be Indiana and Miami going at it. Heat winning 6. And we've got a Nuggets Suns game 7 in the West. The Heat could really go for a 3-peat, but the Suns are going to try and stop them. Scoot Henderson, you're going to have to average 40, bro. Game 1 goes to Miami. Suns win game 2, but the Heat take game 3. Suns win game 4, so we're all tied up going into game 5. Can anybody stop this dynasty? Phoenix sure is trying. They'll win game 5. The Suns on the verge of being crowned champions here in this 6th game, but the Miami Heat got something to say. They're fighting hard. Ultimately, though, it is the Suns. They win it in 6. Scoot Henderson, 46 points to close it out. The Scoot Redemption Tour, a monster finals. He wins a chip along with a finals MVP. 2016, who will draft Ben Simmons? It's going to be the San Antonio Spurs. The Grizz are at 2, Blazers at 3. With the 1st overall pick in the 2001 NBA draft. Oh, man. Think about the Spurs organization drafting Ben Simmons. The San Antonio Spurs select, they do take him. Ben Simmons. At 2, it's the Grizz, Jamal Murray. At 3, Brandon Ingram goes to the Blazers. Jaylen Brown still not selected. Sabonis goes at 4 to the Kings. 2K got the script. At 5, there goes Jaylen Brown to the Magic. Pistons at 6 take DeJounte Murray. Hawks will take Malcolm Brogdon. Chris Dunn to the Clippers, where he plays right now in real life. Fred VanVleet falls all the way to 9, where he goes to the Grizz. And at 10, it is the C's taking Darvin Ham's favorite player, Taurean Prince. Man, Zubac fell all the way to 25. Free agency. See, now the players are back to expecting a bunch of money. I have no idea what happened last year with that free agency. Oh yeah, by the way, 99 overall Michael Jordan is in free agency here. He could leave Wemby after Wemby just came to LA for him. That's exactly what he's going to do. Jordan is going to Toronto. But Ant's going to the Lakers. He's following in the footsteps of Jordan. The Nuggets, they get Derrick Rose. Jermaine O'Neal to the Bulls. Stockton returns to the Nets. D'Lo is going to the Sonics. D Wade is also in Toronto with Jordan. The Raptors, watch out. They're going to be a problem. Also, the Nuggets and Lakers. LA, you replace Jordan with Edwards. And then the Nuggets, you add Rose next to Olajuwon. But the Raptors, dude, Trey, Wade, Jordan. Golly. Let's go to the wheel. I'm hoping for 2009 right here. I want to see Steph Curry in the league. He's my favorite player. And, 92 would be cool. 93 is C. Webb and Penny, right? 94, or is 94 C. Webb and Penny? It might be. I'm not sure, but we'll see. 94 is Grant Hill, right? And Jalen Rose. I've never seen John Stockton average 26 points, bro. What in the world? Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year. Jeremy Lin. Hey, Jeremy Lin. Sixth Man of the Year. LeBron James, DPOY. To James Salon, Most Improved Player. He averaged 20. And AJ Kersey, Coach of the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't know how to coach, but he's got charisma. And he's a Coach of the Year. All NBA first. The John Stockton becoming a scorer career arc is kind of insane, isn't it? Shea, there he is. All NBA second team. Portland finally gets a young guard to help them for their future because they were running with Clyde and Nash for probably way too long, let's be honest. Looking at the standings in the East, it's New Jersey. Stockton scoring, getting his teammates involved, and they're the 1 seed. At 2, it's the Chicago Bulls, and 3 is the Sixers. They've got George and Zion Williamson, who they both drafted recently, and then Carmelo Anthony is coming off the bench. Come on! Tell Paul George sit the bench. Move Paul George to the 2. Abdel Curry sit the bench. Carmelo on the bench? And then over in the West, the Denver Nuggets were number 1. Rose and Hakeem in the pick and roll. Crazy. Sonics were number 2. And the Mavs coming 3rd. Rob Dillingham averaging 26. There you go. Conference finals this year will be the Dubs and the Mavericks. The Warriors, they were in the draft lottery for so long, but now they're, of course, led by star DeAndre Ayton, who is a 96. Over here in the East, it's Chicago and Miami going at it. The Heat, they made 3 straight finals. They did lose last year, but they're trying to get back and win this time. Barkley is standing in the way of that, though. Dubs winning 6 against the Mavs. And over here, we've got a Game 7 between the Bulls and the Heat. We haven't seen Sir Charles in the finals in a minute, and I guess that's going to continue. Sorry, Charles. The Heat are going to the finals. Warriors Heat. Now, as a Warriors fan, I'll try not to be biased, but come on. We've seen the Heat win enough. Oh, yeah. Okay, the Heat win Game 3. We win Game 4. Oh, my Warriors got one. Dominating is your finals MVP. Yeah, let me have one, bro. Let me have one. We probably won't be back. Draft lottery. Oh, Jason Kidd is in this draft too? I didn't even realize. So you've got Jason Kidd and Grant Hill. And it'll be the Kings, Celtics, and Grizzlies in your top 3. With the first overall pick in the 2002 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Grant Hill. In a world of no injuries, Grant Hill could really go crazy. At 2, the Celtics take Glenn Robinson over Jason Kidd. At 3, the Grizz will take Jason Kidd. There you go. Good pickup. Donyell Marshall to the Hornets. Knicks take Eddie Jones. Lamont Murray to the Clippers. Juwan Howard goes to the Hawks. At 8, 8, it's Jalen Rose to the Bucks, Brian Grant to the Pistons at 9, Aaron McKee at 10 to the Blazers. Jason Kidd and Grant Hill, definitely the highlights of this year's draft class. And in free agency, Brandon Miller's here once again. Looks like he's looking to return to Indiana, right? He's been playing there. Not a ton of crazy names this year, though, at all. Brandon Miller back to the Pacers. Jazz bring back Cousins. Augustine back to the Lakers. Oh, the Spurs, they pick up Miles Turner. Not bad at all. Dubs bring back Hayward off the championship. Gil gets one last bag, probably before retiring, as he's going to the Clippers. Alex Sarr to the Wizards. 2K got the script. PG back to Philadelphia. And now we're getting to that point where guys like Ray Allen and Kobe Bryant are probably approaching retirement. Allen, 39 years old. Bryant is 35. And they were in the initial draft class that we began this video with. L Grammar? I don't know. I've already finished my English classes, all right. Luka Doncic is up to a 99 overall, meaning we now have 4 99s in the league in Wemby, James, Doncic, and Jordan. And now it is time to spin the wheel. Of course, normally the 03 draft would be entering the league, one of the most legendary draft classes of all time. So hopefully we get a legendary one in replacement. Let's go. We're landing somewhere in the 2000s. Oh, golly. It's been some rough drafts lately. Also, we're entering the Kobe era. What's crazy is Kobe's actually about to retire. Oh, Yao Ming is in this draft. My fault. I'm getting exposed for not knowing ball. I forgot Yao was in this draft. And Amari. This is a solid draft class. Dang, I just looked at this Knicks roster. I'm so sorry, Knicks fans. That is tragic. Highest overall player in 86. They haven't even won a game yet. All right, there you go. They got a couple. Another season in the books. LeBron James is your MVP. Jason Kidd wins Rookie of the Year. D Wade, 6th Man of the Year. He's the backup for Michael Jordan, of course. LeBron, DPOY. Tom Reed, Most Improved Player. And AJ Kersey wins Coach of the Year. 67 W's. John Stockton leading the Nets to a lot of regular season wins, but then once it comes down to it, when it's that playoff time, yeah, we've seen what happens. So the Nets got to start getting stuff done over there for sure when it matters most. Zion, All-NBA third team in just his 3rd season in the association. Nets are the team to beat win-wise, though. They had, like I said, an awesome season. Bull at center, yeah! The Bulls were in 2nd, and they've got a squad. Heat were in 3rd here in the East again. They have a squad. Over in the West, Sonics, we know how this goes. Y'all just got to prove to me that you can actually win. Spurs, they're 2nd. Ben Simmons coming off the bench for Paul Millsap. And the Warriors are in 3rd, coming off the championship. My Dubs, can they do it again? Hey, the Warriors are in the conference finals. They're taking on the Sonics. And then over here in the East, you've got the Pacers and the Cavs. The 5 and 7 seeds going at it in the Eastern Conference. Wow, Stockton lost to the 8 seed in Magic. Pacers go to the finals easy in a sweep. And the Sonics are here. Okay, Bron, this is kind of a golden opportunity. I feel like this Pacers team isn't too crazy. You haven't won a championship. You need that on your resume. Here's your chance. Game 1 goes to the Sonics. They win Game 2. They're up 3-0. And Seattle with LeBron James finally wins a championship. It took him 15 seasons, but he did it. LeBron is a champion. Gilbert Arenas is out of here. ISO Joe retired. Draft lottery. New York Knicks have the best chance at number 1. They've got a bad roster. They deserve that first pick. Kings are at 2, Hawks at 3. So it looks like the Knicks will have a chance to get Yao Ming here with the first overall pick in the 2003 NBA draft. Funny how it's 2003 and we ended up with the 2002 draft. Pretty close together in terms of years. Anyway, with this pick, the Knicks are going to take Amari over Yao in a world of no injuries. So Amari ends up back in a Knicks uniform. Sacramento, you've got a golden opportunity here at 2. They'll take Yao Ming. At 3, the Hawks are going to take Jay Williams. At 4, Caron Butler goes to Houston. Hornets take Drew Gooden. Carlos Boozer to the Bucks at 6. At 7, it's Vincent Yarborough. DeJuan Wagner at 8 to the Grizz. At 9, it's the Clippers taking J.R. Bremer. Nene to the Mavs. And the 11th pick gets traded. It belonged to the Wizards. They also traded Derek Martin. They got some future draft capital. There you go. So Yao Ming falling down to 2. Kind of a surprise there for sure. I wonder if the Knicks will end up regretting that one. Melo in free agency, leave Philly. They got you coming off the bench. That's stupid. Melo went to the Bucks. Yeah, go on ahead, man. He's played for San Antonio, Philly. Now he's going to Milwaukee. Cavs do bring back Cade. Ray Allen gets one last deal. He's going to the Dubs for a year. He's 40. Magic bring back Russ. Wolves bring in Kevin Love. Reese Shea to the Clippers. I think after this upcoming season, we'll do another look around the league, but I want to jump into another year. But before that, let's get to the wheel. Give me 2009. Come on, I'm a Warriors fan. I'm a Curry fan. I want to see Steph in the league. Oh, man. It's going to be either 2000 or 2004. It is 2004. The Dwight Howard draft. So another elite big man entering the league. We just saw Amari and Yao join the association. Wait, that's crazy. Y'all weren't going to tell me? 2004 is the year that we're going into. So it's going to be the 04 offseason, and we landed on the 04 draft on the wheel. What are the odds of that? That's crazy. Dwight Howard, Luol Deng, and of course, J.R. Smith joining the league. Let's go. Shout out to Charles Barkley. He's really been cooking in this video. Put together a great resume in 10 seasons. He's got a chip, an MVP, finals MVP. I would say better than his career in real life. I mean, you get a championship, right? That's the ultimate goal. Yao Ming is your rookie of the year. So it seems like he was the guy who should have been picked first overall. Kobe White, 6th man of the year. Hakeem Olajuwon, DPOY, Bull! Most improved player, and the Chicago Bulls were the #1 seed. Seems like coaching does not matter in 2K, because every time I see a coach of the year, they have terrible coaching ratings. So it might really just be the roster that you have. Was that Kyle Lowry on first team? Shout out to Bubble Butt, man. An incredible season for Mr. Lowry. Paul George makes All-NBA with Zion. They might have a special pairing there. In the East, it was all Chicago. The MVP, Barkley, they surround him with great players, and that's a recipe for success. As for the Sixers, they were great too. George, Williamson, both All-NBA players, and the Cavs. Yeah, y'all can't fool me. I've seen y'all be high in the standings and win nothing. Over here in the West, dang, this conference was trash. Oh my gosh. The best team was the Jazz with 49 W's. Awful. Not a single 50-win team. It's a 4-6 Western Conference Finals. The Nuggets with Rose and Hakeem, yeah, they're going to have an easy time against the Timberwolves, in my opinion. And then over here in the East, we got the Cavs and the Heat. This should be a lot more competitive. Just a lot better players over there in the Eastern Conference, it seems like. Cavs take care of business in 5. And the Nuggets and Wolves are going to a Game 7. Hey, Rose and Hakeem in a Game 7 versus LaMelo, and I don't know who else they had in Minnesota, but yeah, let's jump in here. We got a close one. Minute 41 to go, 1-point ball game. In videos like this, I do try to jump into some of the key games. Sometimes we just don't end up with close situations, and also, if I jumped into every key game, we might mess around and have a 10-hour video, so, you know. Ryan Dunn is inbounding the ball. It'll go into Beasley. Now it goes to LaMelo. Whoa, he just threw that right to Hakeem Olajuwon, and Olajuwon gives it to Rose. Rose up to Johnson. Johnson to Scola. Luis Scola misses the point-blank layup, and it's rebounded by Ryan Dunn. Dunn to LaMelo Ball. Wide open three for Ball is off. It's rebounded by Isaiah Collier. Collier gives it up to Derrick Rose. Rose to the rim, and he's fouled by LaMelo Ball. 2 shots on the way for Derrick. First one from Rose is good. Second one from Rose is also good. 3-point lead for Denver. Still a 1-possession game, though, for the Minnesota Timberwolves. This Wolves court looks pretty cool, doesn't it? LaMelo to Love. Also, their jerseys are nice. Kevin Love working on Olajuwon. Great defense, and Hakeem is going to erase K-Love's shot. It has been all Denver here in the clutch. Case and Wallace to the basket. He misses. Scola the board. Back to Wallace. Back to Scola. And Scola's kind of stuck there. He's going to get a 3-second. Yeah, he was in the paint for a good little while there. Wolves will get another chance at it, but their offense has been ice cold. Booker is inbounding. It'll go into Justice Winslow. Winslow back to Booker, to Beasley, to Ball. LaMelo gonna get the screen. He'll give it to K-Love. Love, do not try and go at Hakeem again. That is not a smart decision. That weak old hook shot. And Hakeem's gonna grab the board. Wolves desperately need a stop on this possession, or it'll become a 2-possession game. Derrick Rose gets it at the top of the key. Rose gets the screen from Scola. He's gonna pull up a 3 ball. It's in and out. One last chance for Minnesota. A 3 can tie this game up. It's like there's been a lid on the rim for the Wolves. Booker into Winslow, open three, Justice knocks it down. That was quick too. We're tied up here, 19 seconds. Nuggets can hold for the last shot. They'll either win it here or we're gonna have more basketball on the way in overtime. Derek taking his time. He's gonna have to make his move here soon. Only 4 seconds on the clock. Rose is gonna take a three. It's in and out. Wolves the rebound. Full court heave is off the front iron. So we've got overtime. Derrick Rose, kind of a tough shot. Thought he might try and get downhill because he is Derrick Rose after all. And for overtime, we're going to simcast the first couple minutes and then jump back in here. Oh, we don't need to jump back in. It's all Denver in this OT period. Yeah, the Wolves couldn't get any offense going and the Nuggets win the ball game. Derrick Rose with 24, Jacoby Walter with 25. So your NBA finals are set. The Cavs, who I've kind of hated on for not really winning anything, they'll be taking on the Nuggets. Hakeem has already won a championship in this video, and it looks like he's not going to win another. The Cavs are up 3-1. They win it in 6. Cade Cunningham in year number 17 gets that elusive championship after playing his entire career with the Cleveland Cavaliers franchise. Well deserved. Ray Allen is out of here. Dwayne Wade is retiring. And now we've got the 04 draft lottery. Remember, this is 2004, and we actually have the 2004 draft class. The wheel just worked out that way. It'll be the Hawks picking at 1, Rockets at 2, and the Wizards at 3. But before that, we've got an expansion draft. Any good players getting let go of here? Doesn't really look like it. The Charlotte Bobcats are entering the association. And yeah, they're going to get Kenny Simpson, Kello Ware. Oh, Tyrese Maxey. He's already 33. I guess he just didn't really pan out in this sim. Now that the expansion draft is done, let's get to the regular draft. With the first overall pick in the 2004 NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select, oh my gosh, the first pick gets traded. You don't see this often. Along with the future first for Arvydas Sabonis and Sergio Rodriguez. Dude, I think this is kind of a finesse for the Bucks. You draft Dwight, right? Yeah. They take Dwight Howard. Second pick is Houston. They take Chris Humphries. Oh, jeez. Emeka Okafor to the Wizards. Luol Deng to the Bobcats. Josh Childress to the Grizz. At 6, it's Tony Allen to the Bucks. Clippers will trade their 7th pick, so a lot of trades going on in this draft for Kenny Simpson and a second. Oh, good trade by the Bobcats to get in the draft. And they'll get J.R. Smith. There you go. He'll probably get some people in seats. Hornets take Varejao, Jameer Nelson to the Kings, Devin Harris to the Phoenix Suns. And the mid-range maestro, Sean Livingston, is headed to New York. Ben Gordon goes to the Celtics. All right, free agency. We got a pair of 99s, Wemby, Jordan, and you've got Ant, Trey, Kyle Lowry. A stacked class for sure. Edwards still hasn't picked his team. Come on, Ant. There you go. Wemby returns to the Lakers. Jordan back to the Raptors. Ant goes to the Bulls. Trey Young to the Charlotte Hornets. He leaves Toronto, where MJ was playing. Kyle Lowry leaves the championship Cavs to go to Portland. Bargnani's also going to be returning to Portland, so the Blazers might have something there. Kings, they bring back Triple J. Shea to his hometown Toronto Raptors. Colin Sexton returns to San Antonio. Now, I've been telling y'all, we need to do a look around the league. So after we spin this wheel, that's exactly what we're going to do. Give me 2009. I've been asking for some time. Or 2007 with KD. Oh, it might be 2007. Hey, I'll take it. Kevin Durant is entering the association. We love it. We've been getting a lot of 2000s draft classes as of late, but this one, very excited, man. Now, let's look at these rosters. We'll start in Washington and work our way backwards this time. So the Wizards, you've got Mark Price, Alex Sarr, Rudy Gay, not a crazy team. The Warriors have a good core, 490 pluses, led by DeAndre Ayton. The Blazers, they just picked up Lowry to pair with Bargnani. Timberwolves, LaMelo's getting old. They really needed to win it last year. The Sonics, LeBron's 34 and on the last year of his deal. Scoot Henderson's Suns, they won a championship earlier, but now they're starting to get older. Spurs have Sexton and, of course, Ben Simmons. Kobe Bryant is still on the Rockets. He has been a one franchise player. He'll probably be retiring here soon. The Raptors, Shea and Michael Jordan teaming up. Pistons are led by Mo Bamba. Pacers have an older Brandon Miller along with Jeremy Lin. Hakeem and Rose trying to win a title together. They just lost to the Cavs. The Nets, Stockton's regressing now. He led this team to some good regular seasons, but never to any titles. Mavs, we've seen him in the mix for some years, but I don't know. Now this core doesn't look like it's going to cut it. Russ is all alone after Wemby left him in Orlando. Oh, speaking of Wemby, he's in LA and he's all alone. He doesn't have much of a supporting cast. The New York Knicks have Reed Shepherd to James Halan and their recent draft pick Amari Stoudemire. The Kings have a duo, or a trio, really. Oh, maybe a big four. You've got Yao, Keontae George, Rondo, and Triple J. DeMarcus Cousins developing into a star for the Utah Jazz. They just don't have a great team around him. Trae Young just made his way to New Orleans. The Heat still have a stacked squad. A really good big three. Hawks, not looking too great. MPJ is here, though. Grizz have a duo of Marvin Bagley and Jason Kidd. Clippers are led by Z Rizzy. KG still in Boston. Cavs trying to go back-to-back. And they just signed Ja. He left Atlanta, who drafted him. That's crazy. And they got DG the PG. Whoa! Those are big pickups, especially after losing Kyle Lowry. Anthony Edwards and Barkley, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. I didn't realize they were teaming up. Melo is in Milwaukee with Anthony Black and Chuck Person. Zion Williamson joins the expansion Bobcats. He left his Sixers, who drafted him. And the Sixers, Paul George is all alone after Z left. So that'll wrap up our roster breakdown. Let's get to the end of the season. Luka Doncic, most valuable player. Wouldn't be a 2K video without a Luka MVP. Dwight Howard, Rookie of the Year. I'm sure the Bucks aren't regretting trading up to number 1. Darius Garland, 6th Man of the Year for the Cavs. LeBron still winning DPOY, 35 years old. Danielle Marshall, Most Improved. And Gene Carney, Coach of the Year for the San Antonio Spurs. A lot of the usual names on the All-NBA first team. Second team, there goes Brandon Roy. SGA's there. PG averaging 33 for the Sixers. Yeah, he didn't really have anybody to pass it to like that. Jason Kidd makes his way onto All-NBA in his 3rd season. Now looking at the standings in the East, Knicks were number 1. Wow, they go from number 1 pick to number 1 seed real quick. Pistons are at 2. They've got an old AD. Not a crazy team. And the Magic with Russ. There you go, Brody. Over here in the West, it's the San Antonio Spurs. Oh, the Ben Simmons championship will go crazy. Clips at 2. Nuggets are at 3. Of course, Rose, Hakeem. Let's get to it. Conference Finals here in the West. We've got the Spurs and the Suns going at it. And over here in the East, it will be the New York Knicks and the Chicago Bulls. Knicks sweep the Bulls. And the Spurs beat the Knicks, so Ben Simmons is in the finals, taking on the Knicks led by Reed Shepherd. Neither one of these squads have that 95-plus superstar, but they're getting it done, I guess, through the power of friendship. Spurs up 2-0. Oh my gosh, Ben Simmons, don't do it to him. Wait, the Knicks are coming back. Dude, the Knicks were down 3-0, and we're going to a Game 7. No way they come all the way back. Oh, well, that's a disappointing ending. The Spurs just blow them out in Game 7. DeAnthony Melton, a masterclass, 30 points to close it out. Will Ben Simmons win the Finals MVP? Oh my gosh, his stats went way down in the playoffs. Colin Sexton won Finals MVP. But in this timeline, Ben Simmons is a champion and a key contributor on a title team. Now, we get ready for the 07 draft. It looks like the Rockets have the best chance at the number 1 pick. They land it. Hornets are at 2. Wizards at 3. Houston, y'all just got real lucky. With the first overall pick in the 2005 NBA draft, the Rockets select Kevin Wayne Durant, easy money sniper, number 35, is entering the league. At 2, the Hornets take Greg Oden. With no injuries, he could really do something. Nick Young goes to the Washington Wizards at 3. Mike Conley is the 4th pick to the Atlanta Hawks. Dallas Mavericks will take Yi Jianlan. Seattle Supersonics at 6 take Rodney Stuckey. At 7, the Blazers will take Big Al. And at 8, it's the Lakers getting Joakim Noah. That's a good pickup at 8. Julian Wright to the Bobcats. And at 10, the pick is getting traded. The Raptors will trade that pick and a future first for Michael Beasley and Jared Jenkins. The Sonics use their pick to select Thaddeus Johnson, aka Thaddeus Young. Free agency, Anthony Edwards is back. Wasn't he just here last year? Must have signed a 1-year contract. And Edwards, he's making his his way to Philly. Man, this dude's getting passed around more than the ball. He's joining all these different teams. Cade, of course, remains loyal to Cleveland. The Bulls get Melo. He goes to yet another squad. And is he going to be teaming up with Barkley and who else did they have? They had somebody else. We'll check that out in a second. Nuggets bring back Rose. Grady to the Grizz. He leaves Orlando. What's going on in Chicago, though? Because they had a couple guys, right? Yeah. No? They had somebody else before. Oh, it was Edwards, right? And he left. Oh, that makes sense. So now they've got an older pairing in Barkley and Anthony. Well, let's get to the wheel. In terms of crazy drafts we still have left, you're looking at 92, 2009. I'm probably forgetting some, but those are the ones that I can remember off the top. And right here, we're going to land in the 90s, 92. Oh, it'll be 93, but this is a good one too. You've got Chris Webber and Penny Hardaway. And Chris Webber in the 2K simulations, he's nice. So he'll probably make a big impact on the league. Penny Hardaway, no injuries too, so that'll be fun. I think that's been one of my favorite parts of this whole randomizing NBA history video. Has been the fact that we aren't running with injuries. You get to see guys like Derrick Rose, who's been having a long career with the Denver Nuggets. He's played for maybe other teams too, one or two. I don't know, but he's been with Denver playing with Hakeem. That's been really cool, and he hasn't been injured. DeMarcus Cousins is over there in Utah playing at a high level. Those type of guys who we saw had their prime shortened due to injuries. And I really feel with Derrick Rose, I know he won an MVP, but he probably wasn't at his prime yet because he was the youngest MVP in history. Who's to say he didn't get better after that? Luka Doncic wins MVP. He averaged a whopping 32 this year. Kevin Durant comes in, averages 23 as a rookie. Garland, 6th man of the year. LeBron, another DPOY. Kyle Morgan, coach of the year. And here's your All-NBA first team, Jason Kidd, already a first teamer. I wonder who would be the GOAT so far throughout this simulation. I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments section. Actually, let me know once the video's over who you think the greatest of all time is, because I guess we got to see how everything ends up panning out. New York Knicks are the #1 seed here. At 2, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, you've got Morant, Cade Cunningham. Cade could really retire any day. And Cat, dang, he doesn't put up any type of points these days, but they're still really good. Magic come in at 3. Over in the West, you've got the Timberwolves. LaMelo still holding on. He's getting old, though. At 2, you got San Antonio. They're coming off the championship. How many points did Ben Simmons average? Dang! And then you've got the Los Angeles Clippers. Conference Finals this year will be the Clippers and the Utah Jazz. Hey, I was just talking about DeMarcus Cousins. Would love to see him win a chip. And then over here in the East, you've got the Milwaukee Bucks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, well, it looks like Boogie's not winning a chip. And the Bucks take care of the Cavs in 6. So it is a Clippers-Bucks finals. Dwight Howard. Wow, is this just his second season? And he's already in the finals. We saw that with Amari, too. In his second year, he made the finals. It's a 3-2 series, and we're going 7. We've had quite a few game 7s lately. Would love to jump in and watch here, but the Bucks are going to run away with it. Eric Bledsoe, 27-10, and Jalen Rose is your finals MVP. Kobe Bryant just retired after 22 years in the association. Wow. 3 NBA titles. And what's crazy is he won all of those in a row. Also, Cade Cunningham is out of here. He has had a very big career. And now we'll move to the draft lottery. The Houston Rockets are at 1 again. Blazers at 2, Wizards at 3. So the Rockets could get Webber and Durant, or they could get Penny and Durant. With the first overall pick in the 2006 draft, Penny goes to the Rockets. I like Penny and KD. That's a fire duo. At 2, the Blazers will take Webber. Great pickup 2. Wizards get Vin Baker at 3. Sean Bradley at 4 to the Raptors. Lakers will take Jamal Mashburn, 5th overall. Calbert Cheney goes at 6 to the Dallas Mavericks. At 7, Rodney Rogers goes to the Grizz. At 8, the Pacers are trading their pick for Alperen Sengun in a future second. And Bruce Bowen will go at 8 to Phoenix. At 9, it'll be Isaiah Ryder going to the Hornets. And 10th is Allen Houston to the Sacramento Kings. Van Exel to the Bucks. Bo Outlaw to the Bulls. All right, there you go. That was a pretty eventful draft. The Durant and Penny duo. I'm telling y'all, watch out. Melo back in free agency again. He might just join another team. Nope, he went back to the Bulls for another year. Jason Kidd, he returns to the Grizzlies. Bragg goes back to the Mavs. Knicks bring back Reed Shepherd. So a lot of guys just remaining loyal to their teams. Yeah, That's always good to see. And looking at the superstars, Michael Jordan's regressing, Edwards is regressing, LeBron's regressing. It seems like a new era is upon us here with some of the established superstars starting to hit that regression. And does anybody else want to be a part of that new era? Let's go to the wheel. Well, somebody's going to be a part of it. Obviously, we're going to bring in new players, but it's just a matter of who. Back to the wheel. Here we go. We're going to land in the 2020s. This is our last draft of the 2020s. 2022 with Paolo Banchero, Chet Holmgren. A pretty good one in retrospect. Yeah, and you got J-Dub in here, Jabari, Jaden Ivey, Dyson Daniels, the lockdown defender. Looking back on this draft, a pretty crazy amount of depth within the class. Guys that are still playing rotational roles in the league, or well, already playing rotational roles in the league, considering that this draft is only a couple years old. I feel like early on, this is looking like a great class. Zion Williamson is your MVP. He averaged 27, 10, and 3 with a steal and a block. Joakim Noah, Rookie of the Year. Joe Smith, Sixth Man of the Year. Hakeem Olajuwon, DPOY. Who is this dude? He wins the Most Improved Player. Kyle Morgan is your Coach of the Year. Gordon Knight, Executive of the Year. Jason Kidd having a great career. He made first team. There's Darius Garland too, and they had him on the bench over in Cleveland. To really think about that, he was on the bench, and now he's making All NBA. That is elite. Wait, who just made second or third team in their second season? Oh, of course, it's KD. He averaged 25 points per game. You're talking about one of the greatest to ever do it, and it really hit me recently, the fact that KD is putting up these type of numbers this late into his career. It's incredible. I mean, we talk about Bron, KD, Curry, the longevity is it's amazing. LeBron's a little different, 22 years, but still, I want to give Durant his props. In the West, the Clippers were number one. The Clippers doing their thing, trying to get a championship. I don't think they have any yet. At 2, it's the Rockets already, KD? And then the Jazz are in 3rd. Over here in the East, the New York Knicks are the number 1 seed. Bulls sitting at 2 with an old Melo trying to win a championship. He's in year 19, still no rings. Can he do it right here, right now? Magic are in 3rd with Russell Westbrook. I'm rooting for Melo to get one. Oh, he lost in the 2nd round. So it'll be the Knicks and the Bucks this year. Again, Dwight Howard in the mix. They've also got Chuck Purse in there. And it'll be Clippers Jazz. Come on, Boogie. Get to the finals. Go get one. The Knicks have been eliminated by the Bucks, so Dwight's in the finals, and the Jazz and Clips are going to a Game 7. Boogie! He's going to the finals. DeMarcus Cousins competing for a championship against Dwight Howard in a battle of the bigs. Here we go. Game 1 will go to the Bucks. Jazz win Game 2 and 3 and 4. Utah. Can they close it out in 6? No, the Bucks looking to make a 3-1 comeback going into Game 7. And it is the Bucks winning it. Dwight Howard, a 3-1. He's already averaging 25 in his 3rd year. He wins the title and a Finals MVP. Howard is the best player on his team because he won that Finals MVP. Gets the title. Obviously, Chuck Person higher overall. But I would say if you win the Finals MVP and you're putting up those type of numbers, you're probably the best player on his team or on your team. What were Chuck Person's numbers looking like? Oh, yeah, Dwight was the best player. No, Dwight was the best player. Good stuff. Carmelo retires without a championship. Karl Towns is out of here too. And now we got the 2022 class. Who will get the number 1 overall pick? It is the Phoenix Suns. Pacers are at 2. Hornets at 3. With the first overall pick in the 2007 NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Paolo Banchero. That's the right pick. He looks like the best player out of this class. 2nd overall, the Indiana Pacers take Chet Holmgren. Can't go wrong with Chet. At 3, the Hornets take Keegan Murray over J-Dub. Ooh. At 4, Washington takes Jaden Ivey. He's played well recently for the Detroit Pistons. At 5, it'll be J-Dub. Yeah, the Mavs got a steal. At 6, Spurs take Nembhard. Ben Mathurin goes at 7. Lakers are going to trade their 8th selection for Anthony Black and a future first. Wow, they get an 88 overall player for the 8th pick. And the Bucks use their pick to take Shaedon Sharpe. Why would the Bucks, a contending team who just won a chip, trade into the draft and trade a good vet away? Not sure. Grizzlies at 9 take Jalen Duren. At 10, the Hawks take Ochai Agbaji. Nets will select Dyson Daniels. And we could really keep going with this 2022 draft. You see just so much depth, dude. Insane. Free agency, we've got Lowry, Trae Young, Z, Amari, a lot of big names. Trae Young, he's going to Portland. Kyle Lowry's going to the Hornets. Zion's going to the Cavs. Is anybody standing pat? Amari went back to the Knicks. Blazers will bring back Bargnani. Yao Ming stays with the Kings. K-Love back to the Wolves. Shea back to the Raptors. Rob Dillingham remains loyal. B.I. is going to the Pacers. He leaves Portland. It's wheel time. Here we go. We've only got 17 draft classes still left on this wheel. We're obviously going to go till we don't have any left. And it'll be 92. This is one of the big ones we've been waiting on. Shaquille O'Neal. Can't wait to see the Diesel enter the league, and Alonzo Mourning's in this draft. Luka Doncic is your MVP. The Luka takeover continues. Chet, Rookie of the Year, averaging 19 in Indiana. JR, 20 a night for the Bobcats off the bench. LeBron, DPOY in year 20. Kevin Martin, Most Improved, and Malcolm Collinsworth, Coach of the Year. Durant on All-NBA first now. Yeah, KD has just steadily climbed up those All-NBA teams, and by just year 3, he's on the first team. And the Rockets are the #1 seed. They were up there last year too, weren't they? We'll see if Durant can actually get it done and win a championship this year. He's with Penny, with Carlos Boozer. Really good team. Sacramento Kings second. Triple J, Yao Ming in the front court, and Rondo setting them up. That's elite. Portland Trailblazers in third, led by Trae Young, Bargnani in the front court, and they've got C. Webb, who's starting to progress. Over in the East, Miami Heat, they're probably the team to beat. You've got Brandon Roy, Luka, DeShante. Wow. Knicks are in second. Amari Stoudemire already a 96 overall, and Reed Shepherd is a 92 now. Cavs coming third. They did recently pick up Zion Williamson to play with Garland. Conference Finals, we're getting straight to it. It'll be the Blazers and the Lakers. Lakers with 99 overall Wemby. Blazers definitely have a better, more well-rounded squad, but Victor's the best player in the series, so you never know what can happen. Over in the East, not a surprise, the Miami Heat are in the mix. Knicks take care of business in 6. They actually beat the Heat, while Portland and the Lakers are going 7. Fun storyline behind this one. The Lakers were actually down 3-0 in this series, and it looks like they're going to complete the comeback. Wembanyama, a 3-0 comeback to go to the NBA Finals. That's crazy. And he'll be taking on Amari Stoudemire and the New York Knicks. A Knicks-Lakers Finals. I bet the ratings would be very high for this one. Game 1 goes to New York. They win Game 2 as well. Wemby, can you come back from 3-0 again? There's a game. No way he does it again. No way he does it again. No! Back-to-back 3-0 comebacks? Wemby. Oh, you can't. You can't sell here. Are you serious? All that effort for what? Amari Stoudemire is a champion, and Wemby falls short in year 16. He's never won a title. This was a great opportunity to do that, but he lost. Reed Shepherd, Finals MVP for the New York Knicks. A Knicks championship. There you go. And now we have the 1992 draft. The Nuggets have the #1 pick. They're going to be the lucky team that selects Shaq, as long as they're not too stupid to make the right pick. Hawks are at 2, Wizards at 3. I was stuttering crazily there, wasn't I? First overall pick, 2008 draft. The Denver Nuggets will select Shaquille O'Neal. They had Hakeem for a long time. Now they get the Diesel. Hawks at pick 2 take Alonzo Mourning. At 3, it's Washington trading their pick. This could be a big move right here. They trade their pick and a future first for Jeff Hornacek and Miles Bridges. And they'll draft Jim Jackson. LaFonso Ellis goes at 4 to the Mavs. Christian Laettner to the Celtics at 5. Clarence Weatherspoon to the Suns. Walt Williams to the New Orleans Hornets. David Wesley to the Bobcats. Bryant to the Pistons. And Gugliotta to the Nets. That'll wrap it up. Oh, there's Robert Horry going to the Sixers too. Now it's time for free agency, headlined by Anthony Edwards and an older Michael Jordan. Edwards goes to the Sixers. Was he playing there? It's hard to keep up. He's been on a lot of teams, but he is returning to Philly. Jordan returning to the Raptors. Mark Price goes to the Sixers. He changes teams. Charles Barkley remains loyal to the Bulls. DG stands pat in Cleveland. Paul George is going to Detroit, leaving the Sixers. Oh yeah, I forgot to check retirements. Did LeBron retire this year? No? Alright. Chris Bosh did retire though. And now I think we're ready to go back to our wheel. I'd really like the 2009 class to get in here soon. That way we can see the full career of Steph, at least almost the full career, but it's going to be 1987. Is that the D-Rob draft? If so, could be pretty crazy. Pippen's in this draft, though, I know for sure. Yeah, I think D-Rob's in it, too. Elite ball knowledge, David Robinson and Scottie Pippen in this 87 draft. You also got Kevin Johnson. And, of course, the tallest player of all time, Muggsy Bogues. Kevin Durant, most valuable player. He averaged 31 in his 4th season. Shaq, Rookie of the Year. Caron Butler, 6th Man of the Year. LeBron went to OKC. No, he didn't. The Sonics just rebranded. My fault, bro. But he is DPOY, and he's still not thinking about retiring 21 years in. Lore accurate LeBron. Shaden Sharp, most improved. Gene Carney, Coach of the Year for the Charlotte Bobcats. Penny's on All-NBA first. Yeah, the KD and Penny duo. Watch out for them in this year's playoffs. I know they've kind of been high in the standings for some years now and haven't done much. Is that Rodney Stuckey? It is. But I know they've been high in the standings, haven't really done much. But I think this year could really be different for the Houston Rockets. Penny has definitely taken a leap in his play, and KD continues to improve. Charlotte Bobcats, #1 in the East. That's really cool to see. Knicks, they're 2nd, and they're coming off a championship looking to repeat. Cavs in 3rd. Cavs have been consistently real solid throughout most of this video. Portland Trailblazers, #1. Their front court's awesome, and Trey's there to set up their bigs with good looks. There's the Rockets at 2, and the Lakers are at 3, with an old Victor Wembanyama trying to win a championship. Western Conference Finals, we got the Blazers and the Rockets, a 1 versus 2 matchup, and then somehow the Heat were the 8 seed. They'll be taking on the New York Knicks. Knicks winning 6 against Miami. Portland, they take care of the Rockets in 5, so KD does not go to the finals. I told y'all, C. Webb, he was going to come into this league and make an impact, and he's doing exactly that. Webber in the finals early in his career, playing alongside Trae Young and Bargnani, trying to take down the defending champions. And this series is going 7. It's been back and forth between Portland and New York. Ultimately, this 7th game will come down to the wire. It's the NBA Finals. We got to jump in. 2-point ball game, minute 55 to go. As we hop in, Donovan Clingan is at the foul line. First free throw for Clingan is good. Second one from Clingan is off. Blazers will grab the rebound. Here's Beauchamp. He'll give it to Brown. Where's Trae Young? Oh, is that Chris Webber over there in the corner? Yeah, it is. DeAnthony Melton gets it, fades away, and misses. Clingan will grab the rebound. Reed Shepherd with the rock. He gives it to Whitehead. Whitehead, nice bounce down to Amari. Sorry if the gameplay's a little choppy. Hold on, Amari's going to lay that in, but let me explain why. I've tried pretty much everything to troubleshoot the issues this game has on PC, stability issues and stuff, but nothing seems to work. I have a high-end PC, that shouldn't be the problem by any means, but the game stutters and is choppy occasionally. It only happens sometimes, so I don't really know what the root of the issue is or what it may be. Some of the problem might just be that this save file in particular has so many different draft classes I've imported, and I've done it so randomly. DeAnthony Melton will get the screen from Bargnani. Melton pulls the 3. Tough shot. Oh my gosh. Melton was on a San Antonio Spurs team that won a championship too, I believe. Nice pull-up 3 there from Shepherd. It's off. Stoudemire the board, and he'll dunk it home. 4-point lead for New York. But yeah, DeAnthony Melton, he's been a key player on some pretty good teams, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm not sure what all the teams are, but my bad for not remembering the DeAnthony Melton career arc in a league where everything is just so random. It's so tough to remember. Melton driving to the basket, crossover move. He's getting clamped by Reed Shepherd. Ball will go to Chris Webber. Webber out to Melton. Oh, the Blazers are going to have to go quick. DeAnthony, tough pull-up jumper is off. New York will grab the board, and now the Blazers are probably going to double team the ball if I know 2K well. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do, but Shepherd's going to attack, and he's fouled. You don't want to give up a foul there if you're Melton. Foul shot for Shepherd is good. Second one from Reed is also good. New York up by 6. 36 seconds to go. If you're Portland, you got to go for 3. It'll go into Brown. Brown to Melton. DeAnthony going to drive to the basket here. He puts up the tough layup on Shepherd and misses it. That'll do it. Ball game right there. The New York Knicks are NBA champions here in Game 7 of the Finals. That is back-to-back. Are we about to witness a dynasty in the Garden? Potentially. Amari Stoudemire playing at such a high level. Kevin Love retired. And now we got the D-Rob draft. The Admiral very dominant in the sim. And the Nuggets could get the #1 pick. Imagine they put together David Robinson and Shaq. They have them as a duo. That'd be crazy. Oh, they didn't get lucky enough. Instead, it'll be the Hawks at 1, Thunder at 2, and the Nuggets at 3. With the first pick in the 2009 NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select David Robinson. The right pick, the consensus #1 guy. At 2, the Thunder, who still have LeBron, will take Pippen. So LeBron and Pippen teaming up. Nuggets at 3 will trade their pick, along with AJ Johnson, for D-Rob. Oh my gosh, so D-Rob and Shaq are teaming up. The Hawks with a terrible blunder. Oh my gosh, they basically just traded away David Robinson for Derek McKee. Oh, Kenny Smith goes to the Magic. Reggie Miller at 5 to the Nets. He kind of fell a little bit lower in the draft than you'd expect. The Spurs get Reggie Lewis at 6. Kevin Johnson at 7 to the Raptors. At 8, it's Reggie Williams to the Dubs. Suns will be trading their 9th pick for Anderson Varejao and a future first, kind of a whatever trade. And Mark Jackson gets drafted to the Hornets, one of the all-time assist leaders in real life. Horace Grant goes to the Wizards, and the Clippers are trading their pick for Varejao. Why is Varejao getting traded so much, bro? Dang, he got traded twice in the same draft. Crazy work. Muggsy Bogues goes to the Sixers. In terms of notable free agency moves this year, a lot of guys stood pat with their teams. The biggest player to move teams was DeJounte Murray going to the Timberwolves. Back to the wheel. What are we going to land on? We're looking at either 2011 or 2013. It'll be 2013, the Giannis Antetokounmpo draft. Giannis. You've also got Oladipo, Rudy Gobert in this draft. Victor Oladipo, he was playing so well before those injuries. It's a shame he got hurt. Chris Webber is your MVP, 27-12 on the year. I told y'all, 2K Sim C Webb, different. David Robinson, Rookie of the Year. Joakim, Sixth Man of the Year over in LA. LeBron, DPOY in year 22. He's finally going to retire. Jim Jackson, Most Improved. Jack Redd, Coach of the Year. New York. Could we see the three-peat of doom from the Knicks? Shout out to DeAndre Ayton, All-NBA first team appearance. That is fire. Paolo Banchero averaged 31 in year 3 to make All-NBA second team. Chet Holmgren's here on All-NBA, so the 2022 class starting to make their impact on the association felt. Knicks, though, continue to dominate the East. Amari Stoudemire is a 99 overall. Bobcats here in the mix. They've been a good team for some time, just haven't made that breakthrough to win a title. And the Pacers, they're in 3rd. I feel like the Pacers have kind of been in and out of championship contention. Lakers, #1 in the West. Wemby, you don't have many more chances left here in year 18. Blazers trying to get back to the finals and maybe win some this time. They are the #2 seed because they haven't won anything yet, have they? No. And the Grizzlies are in 3rd. Jason Kidd, been a consistent All-NBA player, but can he get that ring? In our conference finals, New York got eliminated in round 2 by the Cavs, so Knicks will not have a chance to defend their title this time in the finals. In the West, it'll be the Rockets and the Grizz going at it. Durant and Penny, I've been hyping y'all up for years. Do something. And then we got the Cavs and the Pacers. Rockets take care of business in 6. Cavs take care of business in 5. So Durant is in the finals taking on Zion and Garland. Of course, Durant with his teammate Penny Hardaway. Game 1 will go to the Rockets. They win Game 2 as well. Cavs take Game 3, but the Rockets win Game 4. They're out of there in 5. Kevin Durant is now a one-time champion at only 23 years old. He had an incredible NBA Finals series, averaging 31, 10, and 6, en route to a championship. Who will win the Giannis draft lottery? Looks like the Clippers have the best chance, but they got unlucky. Bro, the Hawks have been in the draft lottery for so long. They get the #1 pick, Dubs at 2, Magic at 3. Also, LeBron retired this summer. So did Anthony Edwards, DeAndre Jordan, a lot of big names. I wonder how many DPOYs LeBron had. Of course, he made the Hall of Fame with Edwards. He won 17 DPOYs, 8 MVPs, but only 1 ring. Do you think he's the GOAT in this? All things considered, even though he only won 1 chip, do the DPOYs and MVPs move y'all enough? I'm just wondering. I don't really think so. 17 DPOYs, though, is crazy. And 8 MVPs. Anyway, let's get this 2010 draft going. With the first overall pick, the Hawks select Oladipo. I was giving Oladipo love a second ago, but over Giannis? Wait, that means my Warriors can get Giannis. Yes! We got Giannis. Magic at 3, take Otto Porter. At 4, it'll be CJ to the Clippers. Rocco to the Thunder. Roberson to the Raptors. Rudy to the Pistons. Steven Adams goes to Philly. At 9, Cody Zeller goes to the Suns. And Seth Curry to the New Orleans Hornets. I can't believe the Hawks fumbled. This is why y'all stay in the draft lottery. Can't make the right pick. Got quite a few pretty solid free agents here. Both Weber and Trey go back to the Blazers. Hornets bring back Kyle Lowry. Brandon Ingram leaves the Pacers for the Thunder. Heat bring back an older Brandon Roy. Gordon Hayward remains with the Warriors. JJ Redick leaves OKC for Philly. So LeBron's retired. Wemby's old. Luka's getting old. Yeah, this is a new era. KD, Amari, Weber, those guys are ready to take over. Paolo Banchero, and maybe we could get some other players to be a part of the next generation of superstars with our next wheel spin. Here we go. We're going to land on 2014 or 17 here. It'll be 2017. Off the top, who is in this draft? I don't think anybody crazy, but I could be wrong. We're entering the LeBron era, and the crazy thing is, LeBron isn't even in the league. He just retired. Oh, 2017 was Tatum and Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, this is another solid one for sure. Jason Kidd is your MVP. He averaged 18, 7, and about 10 assists. I'm assuming the Grizz had a great season if he was most valuable. Giannis, Rookie of the Year, averaging less than 10 points per game. Mark Williams, Sixth Man of the Year. Dwight, DPOY over Milwaukee. Pippen, Most Improved for the Thunder. Yeah, the Grizz, they won 60 games. Jason Kidd trying to get a championship. Wow, Jaden Ivey, All-NBA first team. Elite stuff from Ivy. Second team, there's J-Dub. There's Paolo, 2022. Stand up. That draft class going crazy. I also saw D-Rob already on here in year 2. Him and Shaq might really be a problem. In the East, the Knicks were number 1. They're trying to get back to win another championship. Celtics at number 2. KG still around, but not the same player. And the Miami Heat are in 3rd with Luka getting older, trying to win one more. Grizzlies, we talked about them. Jason Kidd having an elite season. Blazers were in 2nd, and the Suns were in 3rd. Paolo Banchero leading the way for them. And they got Scoot Henderson. Western Conference Finals, we end up with the Mavs and the Lakers. Wemby, you got another shot at it. Over here in the East, it'll be New York and the Pacers. A battle of the bigs, Amari versus Chet. Mavs sweep the Lakers, and the Knicks beat the Pacers in 5. So a Mavs-Knicks Finals. Why is J-Dub at the 2? Do they have J-Dub as a 2? What? Why is he a shooting guard / power forward? At least play him at small forward. J-Dub is not a 2. Nene's a 92? Okay, a lot of questions going into this series, but let's just get it started. Game 1 will go to the Knicks. Mavs win Game 2. Knicks take Game 3. Mavs win Game 4. Game 5 also goes to Dallas. And the Knicks win Game 6. Another Game 7. We don't miss with these Game 7s. We've been getting a lot of them. And the Knicks go on ahead and destroy the Mavericks. Amari Stoudemire having a legendary career arc with 3 championships already in only 8 seasons. You're looking at him as one of the greatest power forwards of all time. John Williams, Finals MVP. Interesting. Derrick Rose retired with the Cavs. And now we're going to find out who will land Jason Tatum, because I assume whoever gets the number 1 pick will take JT. The Thunder. Y'all just had Bron. You've got Pippen now, and you could get Tatum. The Warriors are at 2. Kings at 3. Warriors just had the 2nd pick last year to get Giannis. With the 1st pick in the 2011 NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Donovan Mitchell over Tatum. Well, they do have Pippen on the wing already. Mitchell, an incredible player. Can't go wrong with him. At 2, the Warriors take Lonzo over Tatum. Y'all could add Tatum and Giannis. Oh, at 3, the Kings, they trade their pick. Kings can't do anything right. Y'all could add Tatum at 3 for the 4th pick and a future first. So the Clippers want to draft Tatum. Yep, they do it. They bring in Jason Tatum, and the Kings took Kuzma. Kings, that's a historical fumble. Lauri Markkanen to the Raptors. De'Aaron Fox to the New Orleans Hornets. John Collins to the Magic at 7. At 8, it'll be Dennis Smith Jr. to the Jazz. Markelle, the former number 1 overall pick in this draft, now goes at 9 to San Antonio. And at 10, it'll be John Isaac to the Sixers. 11th pick is traded by the Hawks for Christian Laettner, and the Hornets use that pick to draft Zach Collins. Dylan Brooks to the Wizards. Free agency, it's Zion, Paolo Ja, Jay Williams. Zion went to the Nets. He left the Cavs. Paolo returns to the Suns. Ja stays with the Wizards. Jay Williams stays with the Bobcats. So a lot of guys standing pat, but Zion is tired of Cleveland. He's going to Brooklyn. Back to the wheel. A lot of the remaining draft classes are in the 80s or the 90s, and we're going to land on one of the 90s ones. It will be 1991. With all due respect, probably one of the worst draft classes of the video. We do have Larry Johnson, Mutombo, rest in peace, Steve Smith, but yeah, not the craziest class. Chris Webber, most valuable player, 27 and 15 averages. Victor Oladipo, rookie of the year. Calbert Cheney, sixth man of the year. C. Webb also wins DPOY. Spree, most improved. And Deion Warren, coach of the year. Jaden Ivey and Jason Kidd on All-NBA first. Golly, Jaden Ivey, 30 a game. And David Robinson is also here on the All-NBA first team. Dude, 2022 is really crazy. I'll see Apollo, Jabari, Chet, all on All-NBA second team. There's Ramon Sessions on All-NBA third team. D-Rob's teammate Shaq makes All-NBA third. Dude, that Shaq and D-Rob duo. I'm surprised I'm not seeing them near the top of the standings every year. They've kind of been mid, to be honest with you. The Grizzlies, great in the West. We saw Jason Kidd recently win an MVP, but still no championship. Blazers at 2, Suns at 3. Over here in the East, the Magic. Russ is still here trying to win a ring. Come on, Jaylen Brown, help him out. At 2, it's the New York Knicks. Amari Stoudemire. Can he win another one? That would be his 4th. And the Pacers. Yeah, Chet's been awesome. Conference Finals, we got the Blazers and the Mavericks here in the West. And over in the East, it will be Orlando versus Indiana. So the Knicks, they're not going to continue their run. As a matter of fact, they lost in the first round to the 7th seed. Magic winning 6. They're going to the finals. Get Russ one. And the Mavs and Blazers are headed to a Game 7 winner-go-home situation. And the Blazers dominate. Webber 36. Dude, Webber's on a different level right now. But can they get through the Magic? Probably. Their roster looks so much better. Portland might finally win that elusive NBA championship. And Webber, he's going to have an all-time resume in his 6th season if he wins this ring. Game 1, Magic dominate. Jaylen Brown. Come on, bro. Get my guy Russ a ring. Not to say I'm rooting for one team specifically. Well, the Blazers are coming back. Magic win Game 5. They close it out in 6. Webber wins Finals MVP in the losing effort, but Russ got a ring. Yes. He retired too off the championship, bro. He was a one franchise player. Played so many seasons. He deserved it, bro. 21 years. That's fire. Way to reward him for spending 21 years with one squad. That's fire. Draft lottery. Whoever lands the number 1 pick is probably taking Larry Johnson. It's the Raptors. You got the Kings at 2, Pistons at 3. With the first overall pick in the 2012 draft, the Raptors take Larry Johnson. At 2, the Kings take Chris Gatling. At 3, it'll be Terrell Brandon to the Pistons. Steve Smith to the Bulls at 3. Heat take Billy Owens. Kenny Anderson to the Jazz at 6. The Dubs will be trading their 7th pick along with the 2nd for Doug Christie and DeAndre Hunter. Good trade by the Celtics. They will draft Dikembe Mutombo. Spurs. They draft Darrell Armstrong. Larry Stewart to the Bucks. 10th pick gets traded as well for Cam Reddish. Celtics trying to get as many picks as possible. They use that pick to take Rick Fox. Stacey Ogman goes to the Hawks. So yeah, not the craziest draft class, but Larry Johnson entering the league at an 81. He should be really solid. Free agents, maybe Wemby leaves his team to try and win one last one at 39 years old. Or well, he hasn't won any yet, but just try to get one before he retires. He's going to the Pistons, leaving the Lakers. The Bucks pick up Jason Kidd. Yao Ming leaves the Kings for the Bobcats. Everybody's leaving. Shaq returns to the Nuggets. Nene back to the Mavs. Dwight back to the Bucks. The Wolves get Vin Baker, and the Hawks pick up or bring back Alonzo Mourning. So Wemby going to Detroit, trying to win a championship. Let's spin this wheel again. I wouldn't be surprised if we landed on another one of the 80s or 90s drafts, just because we have quite a few on the wheel. We are in the late 90s, maybe 2000. It will be 2000. Oh, this is another class that is not very good, to be honest with you. We had so many big draft classes at the start, though. We were bound for some ones that aren't so good. I mean, yeah, you've got Kmart, Jamal Crawford, but like I said, not a crazy draft. David Robinson, your most valuable player, 25 and 10 on the season. Larry Johnson, rookie of the year. Calbert Cheney, 6th man of the year. KD, DPOY. Dalen Terry wins most improved player playing with Durant on the Rockets. Delano McDaniels, watch out. Denver, they might finally
finally be ready to go. Ramon Sessions makes first team. I don't know. With the simulation, there goes Sean Livingston too, but sometimes random players end up becoming really good, which is always interesting, honestly, just seeing guys who aren't typically such high overalls being such high overalls. But yeah, like I told y'all, Nuggets, best team in the league this year. They've got Ochai Agbaji, who's a 92. Wow. Rondo's running point guard. He's a vet at this point, 16 years in. Mavs, second. They don't stand a chance if they run into the Nuggets. That's how I'm feeling about a lot of these teams. Over in the East, New York trying to win another one. That would be number 4 for them. Magic looking to go back-to-back. They replaced Russ with Sexton, which is a good replacement for sure, especially because Russ was old and retired. Pacers, they're in third. Pacers have just, they've been good, but they just can't win a championship. Here in the West, it'll be a 1 versus 2 conference finals. Mavs versus Nuggets. Over in the East, we got New York versus the Pacers. Knicks take care of business. They're back in the finals. Nuggets are here too. All right. Shaquille and D-Rob versus Amari Stoudemire. Game 1 will go to the Nuggets. Game 2 goes to the Knicks. They win game 3. Amari Stoudemire. Oh man, build the Amari statue outside the arena. 4 titles, 2 finals MVPs, and the Knicks, they're in the midst of a little bit of a dynasty run. I would say 4 chips in 10 years. That's incredible. Wemby retires ringless with the Pistons. Garnett, I believe he retired ringless. No, he actually got one in 1995. That was so long ago. 2000 draft. I skipped past the draft lottery, but the Jazz are at 1, Bulls at 2, Raptors at 3. With the number 1 pick here in 2013, the Utah Jazz will take Kmart at 2. The Bulls are trading their pick. Okay, maybe this draft could be a little exciting. They trade their pick and a future first for Boogie. All right, a blockbuster Boogie in Chicago. Jamal Crawford goes to the Raptors. Stromile Swift to the Cavs. Hito to the Kings. Michael Ray gets drafted by the Clippers. Darius Miles to the Rockets at 7. At 8 is Speedy Claxton. 9, Marcus Fizer to the Celtics. And at 10, Desmond Mason goes to the Philadelphia 76ers. Jamal McLaurin at 2 to the Jazz. I don't think I announced his pick. So the Jazz, they end up trading to be in the top 2. This probably just wasn't the draft to land the number 1 pick and then trade to number 2. I don't think. In another draft class might have been a better idea. Free agents, D-Rob is the headlining player, but he's restricted. I anticipate him returning. Yeah, he comes back. RJ Barrett, he re-signs with Utah. Pippen goes back to the Thunder. Luol re-signs with the Nets. Jalen Rose back to the Pels. So a lot of loyalty, except for Colin Sexton, who left Orlando to go to the Sixers. Let's spin our wheel. We only have 11 draft classes left on the wheel at this point, and our next one will be 1988. All right. The 88 draft is headlined by Mitch Richmond. Another season in the books. Amari Stoudemire adding to that incredible resume. MVP, Kmart, Rookie of the Year, Kevin Johnson, 6th Man of the Year, and Giannis takes a major leap, winning Defensive Player of the Year. D. Fox, Most Improved. The Knicks dynasty, it continues. I feel like it's really the only notable dynasty we've seen. We did see that 3-peat from the Rockets early in the video, but dude, I mean, this is different. They've won all these different years. They're still in the mix, continuing to compete. It might really be something special that they're building there in New York. Reggie Miller makes All-NBA. Don't think we've seen him make any All-NBA appearances just yet, so congratulations to him for breaking through. Eastern Conference, yeah, New York runs the East. I would be shocked if they didn't make the finals this year. You got the Bobcats with Yao Ming, Jay Williams, and then the Pacers, but they're not even close. Over in the West, Shaq and David Robinson. I want to see them take on the New York Knicks once again, and I feel like we very well could get a rematch between those teams. They're both the 1 seeds in their respective conferences. Oh, well, both of them lost. I guess that's not happening. We got the Mavs and the Rockets here. A battle of Texas in the Western Conference Finals. Out East, it will be the Toronto Raptors and the Atlanta Hawks. And both those series got done quick. We end up with a Raptors-Mavs Finals. Toronto trying to win a championship. Dallas. Have either one of these teams won a chip all video? I'm not sure. So this is a big opportunity for both teams, and the Mavs are taking full advantage. They sweep Jalen Williams with the Finals MVP. Now it's time for the draft. We've got Mitch Richmond. Again, not a crazy draft. Danny Manning, W name. Kings with the first pick. Bucks at 2. Sixers at 3. With the first overall pick in the 2014 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Mitch Richmond. At 2, the Bucks take Danny Manning. At 3, it'll be Hershey Hawkins to the Sixers. Rick Smits to Utah at 4. Willie Anderson at 5 to the Jazz. Celtics take Roney. Pelicans will be trading their 7th pick along with the 2nd for Bol Bol. Okay. The Celtics keep trading into the draft, this time to draft Chris Morris. Oh, there goes another trade. 2 firsts for Chuck Person and Juwan Howard. And the Jazz will draft Charles Smith, Tim Perry to the Wizards, and the Warriors get Harvey Grant. Isn't this Horace Grant's brother? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both related. Oh yeah, also Michael Jordan retired, Scoot Henderson retired. Dang, Mike. Yeah, it was time to retire. Scoot, same thing, bro. Free agency time. Ooh, Weber at a 99 is the premier player. And he's going to the Clippers. He leaves Portland. Paolo leaves the Suns for the Thunder. Ramon Sessions leaves the Celtics for the Kings. Zion stays with the Nets. B.I. leaves the Thunder for the Raptors. J-Dub stays with the Mavs. He just won a title. Nuggets bring back Ochai Agbaji. JR to Cleveland. Rodney Stuckey, he's going to the Celtics. Giannis back with the Warriors. DeMarcus Cousins re-signs with the Bulls after getting traded there. Here are your best players in the league. We currently have 399 in Weber, Stoudemire, and Durant. I will say, I think the league is less talented than it once was during the era where we had Wembanyama, Jordan, LeBron, all in the league at the same time. Still a great association, but we've lost out on some major names. Now let's go back to that wheel, so maybe we can add some more major names to this league. Down to 10 draft classes. Let's spin this wheel. We are going to get 1990. We've got a lockdown defender in the glove joining the association. Golly, Chet Holmgren, 31-12. MVP for Chet. Danny Manning, Rookie of the Year. Jim Jackson, Sixth Man of the Year for the Suns. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Defensive Player of the Year. Steve Smith, Most Improved. And Delano McDaniels, Coach of the Year for the Nuggets. Reggie Miller on first team. He just keeps getting better. He averaged 31 a night this season. Ja Morant, an All-NBA appearance. Feel like we just haven't seen much out of Ja. Whoa! Dennis Schroeder. Oh man, what in the world? And Dennis Schroeder, the Dennis Schroeder All-NBA appearance of doom. Looking at the standings in the East, the Pacers were number 1 with MVP Chet. Knicks, of course, always in the mix. And then you've got the Hornets, led by the great Dennis Schroeder. Out west, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. They drafted Mitchell at Pippen, picked up Paolo. Yeah. Nuggets are at 2, Clippers at 3 with Jason Tatum and Chris Webber. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together that they signed Webber and already had JT. Conference finals this year in the West will be the Clippers and the Mavericks. The Clips, right after picking up Webber, immediately make a conference finals run. Oh, and we got the Pacers and Knicks, so the MVP Chet will be put to the test by the most dominant East team of the past decade. And Chet was down 3-0, but he's going to a game 7. All right. Oh my gosh. Chet, that's one way to make a statement. Come back from down 3-0 against New York. Holmgren, 28 points. He's averaging 36 in the playoffs. And he'll be taking on the Dallas Mavericks, defending champs here in the NBA Finals. Game 1 will go to the Mavs. They win Game 2 as well. Chet, come on, put up a fight. There you go, Chet. Mavs will win Game 5, but the Pacers win Game 6. Holmgren in a Game 7 situation. The MVP, can he cap off his most valuable season with a championship? Yes, he can. Chet Holmgren with the title, 41 points to close it out. What a run for the big man. Luka is out of here. He had a pretty fun career. Won a couple chips over in Miami, and I believe he only played for one team throughout his entire career. Picking first overall this year will be Utah. Blazers are at 2 and the Miami Heat at 3. This draft, headlined by Gary Payton. With the first overall pick in the 2015 draft, the glove will go to Utah. At 2, the Blazers are going to take Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, one of the more underrated players throughout NBA history. Derek Coleman goes to the Heat. Kendall Gill to the Golden State Warriors. Tyrone Hill to the Celtics. Spurs will trade their 6th overall pick for Royal Ivy and Mutombo. And the Dubs land Antonio Davis. D. Brown to the Sixers. Bulls are going to trade their pick too. They have the 8th selection. They traded for Kendall Gill. Cedric Ceballos goes to the Dubs. Lionel Simmons to the Kings at 9. And at 10, it will be Dennis Scott to the Detroit Pistons. So the glove, he's going to be in Utah. Free agency this year, headlined by J. Kidd. Jason getting older and probably wants a chance to really compete. He'll re-sign in Milwaukee. Julian Wright back with the Bulls. Jason Tatum re-signs with the Clippers. Caron Butler stands Pat in Indiana. Yeah, a lot of guys just staying where they're at. Also, shout out to Lonzo Ball, who is up to an 88 overall. Let's go back to our wheel. 9 draft classes remain. Here we go. I want to get 2009 so bad. Instead, we will get 97. Okay, I'll take that. This is the Tim Duncan draft, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Tim draft, and you got T-Mac and Chauncey Billups. Okay, we've had some drafts I wasn't so excited about, but I'm ready for this one. Chris Webber is your MVP. He's in a New Jersey, but he's doing similar things, dominating with the Clippers. Gary Payton, Rookie of the Year. Dennis Smith Jr., 6th Man of the Year. He's almost a 90 overall. Durant, DPOY. Roney wins Most Improved for the Celtics. And Jay Burks, Coach of the Year for the Los Angeles Clippers. A lot of the usual names on the first team. Markelle made second team. So did De'Aaron Fox playing for the Pelicans. Shout out to Markelle Fultz. Love to see the career redemption arc here in this simulation. Looking at the standings, New York, number 1 in the East. What else is new? At 2, you got the Hornets. And at 3, it'll be Indiana. Kind of the same teams here in the East. Out West, Thunder. They were in the mix last year, didn't win a title. We'll see if they can do it this year. Clippers back in the mix too, trying to win a chip. And the Nuggets. So again, same teams, both conferences, really. We got OKC and Denver in the Western Conference Finals. I'm not going to lie to you, Nuggets have let me down with their double big duo. Maybe they'll finally get it done this time. And then over here in the East, Yao Ming. Oh man, how are the Knicks going to stop Yao? It'd be fire to see Ming win a championship with the Hornets. He's going to the finals, eliminating the Knicks, while the Thunder and Nuggets are headed to a Game 7 here in the 2016 playoffs. Finally, bro, we haven't had a close one in a minute. We're going to jump in here. Nuggets are up by 7 with 1:30, but that's within reach for OKC. I'd just like to see some gameplay, especially with the Shaq and D-Rob front court. That sounds like a lot of fun to watch. Wonder how that'll work in the modern NBA with the spacing and everything. You've got 2 non-shooting big men. Ball will go into Davis. Is that Johnny Davis with it? Yeah. He'll give it down to Boncaro, who tries to go up on Shaq. Come on, man. That is not a smart decision if you're trying to make a comeback, especially. Whitney has the ball. Not really looking good for OKC. I'm not going to lie to you. I think the Nuggets do have this Game 7 in the bag. They'll give the ball to Shaq. Diesel driving on Boncaro, just go straight at him. Oh, the behind the back from Shaq. Whitney's going to have to shoot tough. Mid-range is off. If you're OKC and you hit a 3-pointer or something here, you might have a slight chance. Davis had Mitchell wide open on the pass, but missed him. Donovan's going to force something up, and that will do it right there. The Denver Nuggets are going to the NBA Finals. Will they finally manage a championship? Shaq and Robinson have been incredible individual players. Now, they just got to put it together as a team and stop Yao Ming. Game 1 will go to the Nuggets. They win Game 2 as well. Shaq and D-Rob finally get it done in a sweep. Robinson is your Finals MVP, and the Nuggets are champions. Trae Young is out of here. Bol is out of here. Dang. Draft lottery. Who will land Tim Duncan? He's the consensus number 1 guy. It's going to be the Celtics. The Dubs are at 2, Bucks at 3. Can my Warriors draft Tracy McGrady? With the first overall pick in the 2016 NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Tracy McGrady. Oh my gosh, Duncan fell to 2. And my Warriors already have Giannis. Give me Giannis and Duncan. Come on, Warriors. We traded the pick. We traded the pick. Oh! We traded for Julian Wright. Oh! I know he's a high overall, but oh, the Bulls, they get Tim Duncan. Yeah, good pick. Bucks take Chauncey at 3. Keith Van Horn goes at 4 to the Blazers. Jazz are trading the 5th pick for Dylan Brooks and Pippen Jr. Who? With all due respect, is that a real player? Brad Miller to the Bulls. Lakers take Antonio McDaniels. Eddie Robinson to the Pistons. Magic take, I'm not even going to try, man. I'm sorry. I can't pronounce bro's name and I don't want to mess it up. Steven Jackson to the Wizards. Tim Thomas to the Sixers. Damon Jones to the Timberwolves. I can't believe Duncan fell to 2, and then my team traded our pick. Free agency, you got Scottie Pippen. Yao Ming coming off a finals loss. We'll see what he decides to do. Pippen goes to the Grizz, leaving OKC. Mashburn to the Lakers. Oh, he stays with the Lakers. Hornets keep Yao Ming. Dwight stands pat with the Bucks. Reggie Miller goes to the Hornets. Ooh, that's a good piece to add after losing in the finals. Yeah, watch out for the Hornets. They try and load their roster up some more to beat Shaq and Robinson, which is no easy task. Now we're going to our wheel again. Only 8 drafts left. Give me 2009 so I can see a little bit of Steph Curry's prime. Please, please. It's 1999 here. I think this is the year after Dirk. Dirk was 98. I mean, yeah, there's some good players in this 99 class. Lamar Odom, Baron Davis, Andre Miller, Rip Hamilton, Manu. This is a deep draft, just doesn't have that one standout player in my opinion. The Admiral is your most valuable player. The Nuggets must have been nice. Tim Duncan, an incredible rookie season. He wins Rookie of the Year. Billy Owens, 6th Man of the Year for the Hornets. The Hornets are probably nice again. Rockets, KD, DPOY, John Starks, most improved player for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yep, Nuggets were nice. Connor Armstrong, Coach of the Year this season. Markelle and Zoe make All-NBA. The Lonzo redemption arc. He's playing alongside Giannis. If only the Warriors could add Tim Duncan, huh? Yeah, that would have been crazy. Eastern Conference Hornets, I like their roster a lot. I think they could do something. Miller came in, averaged 32. At 2, you got the Knicks. They always got to be in the mix somewhere. And the Pacers are at 3. Again, the Pacers, they've been in the mix a lot too. Nuggets, though, the best team in the league, looking to go back-to-back. Suns are in 2nd and Clippers in 3rd as Tatum continues to progress and become a superstar in this league. Conference Finals in the West, we got the Suns and the Grizzlies. Pippen recently joined Memphis, and he's propelled them to the Western Conference Finals. The Suns don't have a single 90-plus player. They're really doing this off the power of friendship. Out East, Knicks Hornets. Didn't we have this matchup last year? Well, I guess it's a rematch. And the Hornets make easy work of the Knicks. It'll be Phoenix in the finals, trying to stop Charlotte, and I don't think they can. This might just be the Hornets' year. Maybe not. Hornets down 2-1. Make it 3-1. They'll win game 5 and 6. Charlotte, can they make the 3-1 comeback? I really don't think they had any business being down 3-1 in the first place, but this one will come down to the wire. 2:12 to go. Hornets up by 4. Owens is inbounding the ball. It'll go into Jay Williams. Williams wild pass to Yao Ming, and immediately Yao making his impact felt. He just put the ball up there, dunked it with power too, right over Jalen Duren, making a guy in Duren who's like a 7-footer just looks small. Sharp, don't go up on Yao. Oh, he beat it off the backboard. Big block there from Yao Ming. Billy Owens, mid-range jumper, misses it. I think he was going for the window there. Allen the board. Hornets on the verge of this 3-1 comeback, and the way Yao's been playing offensively and defensively in the short moments we've seen him, I think they're going to do it. Jackson's 3 is off. The Suns look flustered. Jay Smooth grabs the board for the Hornets. It'll go to Owens. Owens to Williams, to Smith, to Miller. Reggie, the scorer for the Hornets. He's averaging over 30. Throws it down to Yao. Yao draws the double. Kicks out. Open 3. Reggie. It's good. Reginald cashes out. He's got 37-8 in the 4th period. Shaedon Sharpe with the ball. Suns need one bad. Sharpe will get the screen. Wide open 3, and Sharpe will answer to give Phoenix some hope. But the Hornets will probably come right back. Their offense has been red hot. Yao Ming rolling. All you got to do is give it to Yao, and something good's going to happen. He'll get it in the post. He draws the double. Ming's still going to go up and still score. Yao Ming in a world of no injuries. Yeah. Things are getting scary. Yao about to win his first ever NBA title. Sharpe's 3 is off. Duren the rebound. It'll go to Humphries. He misses. Duren another rebound. It'll go to Allen, to Sharpe. Sharpe fakes the 3 a couple times, but the Suns are simply running out of clock. Big jam, but it won't matter. The Hornets win this championship, completing their 3-1 comeback. Reggie Miller caps it off with 39 points, and Yao Ming wins the title. Cool. Reggie wins the title too. Finals MVP. Draft lottery. I don't know who will be the number 1 pick here in 99. The Raptors have that first selection. Heat are at 2. Bulls at 3. With the first overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Baron Davis. At 2, the Heat will take Odom. Now, this draft class does have a lot of good players, so good opportunity to add some depth to your roster. Bulls will take Elton Brand. Kenny Thomas goes to the Dubs. Blazers take Andre Miller at 5. Stevie Franchise to the Pistons at 6. Wang Zizi goes to the Timberwolves at 7. Jazz take Manu Ginobili. Wally Zerbiak to San Antonio. Marion to the Celtics. Dang, I'm sleeping on the 99 draft. They got some good players. Chris Humphries and Malik Beasley for pick 11. So Phoenix now has that pick. They'll take Jet. Andre Karolinko goes to the Lakers. Ron Artest to the Celtics. Rip Hamilton to the Pistons. Corey Maggette to the Sixers. James Posey to the Nets. This is for sure a deep draft class. It just kept going. There were a lot of really good names in this one. Free agency, you got Ramon Sessions. I don't know how he's become so good in this video, but he has. Malachi Branham's a 90 overall. Alonzo Mourning, Kmart. Ultimately, Ramon Sessions re-signs with the Kings. Alonzo Mourning goes back to the Hawks. Kmart returns to the Jazz. Boozer back to the Pacers. Malachi Branham went to the Raptors. Shaden Sharp left the Suns for the Grizzlies. The Jet returned to the Magic. Nembhard left Miami for the Nets. Nothing too crazy, really. Looking at the best players in the association, D-Rob is now up to a 99 overall. Giannis up to a 97. Guys like Stoudemire, Ramon Sessions regressing. Ben Simmons is going down. So is Darius Garland. Yeah, quite a bit of regression from the superstars of the league. We need another star. Please let Wardell get drafted. Only 7 draft classes left. Come on. 2009. We're at 05. 09. Yes. Yes. Don't go over to 2011. Thank you. 2009. Steph Curry. Here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been asking probably for 20, 30 seasons at this point. Of course, with 09, it's not just Curry. It's Harden, DeMar, Drew Holiday. Good players in this draft all around. C. Webb, another MVP, having just an incredible career, stacking 4 MVPs in 12 seasons. Legendary. Elton Brand, Rookie of the Year. Billy Owens is your 6th Man of the Year. Tim Duncan, Defensive Player. Cedric Ceballos, Most Improved. And Ted Lyles for the Hawks, Coach of the Year. We haven't seen the Hawks in a while, so good to see them doing something, have a new team here in the mix. Malik Monk, All-NBA. Shout out to Malik, man. Lonzo Ball also makes it. Hito, my team legend, Hito Turkoglu is here as well. Looking at the standings, yep, Atlanta with Mike Conley, Alonzo Mourning, Mo Pete, Derek McKee, they were the 1 seed. Hornets at 2 as they look to repeat. And Cleveland at 3, JR. Go get one, man. Out west, you got the Denver Nuggets, D-Rob and Shaq trying to do something again. Lakers back in the mix. It's been some time. They're led by Jamal Mashburn and the Phoenix Suns. I don't really get this team, but they have a good, well-rounded roster, I guess. Not that they don't really have that one star, though, that you're looking for, I guess you could say. Western Conference Finals, you got the Suns versus the Kings. East, it'll be Atlanta versus Charlotte. I think whoever comes out of the Eastern Conference will probably win the NBA championship here. We got game 7s in both conferences. All right, don't mind if I do. We're going to jump in the Simcast here. Hawks dominate game 7, take down the defending champs. Of course, it's the Bryce McGowan's masterclass, 24 points. And now we've got a game 7 between Sacramento and Phoenix. The Suns dominate. Oh my goodness. Christian Brown, 24 points. So we've got a Hawks-Suns finals. The Hawks just look better in my opinion. They got the 2 best players in the series. And as a result, they're up 3-1. Suns will win game 5 and 6. All right, Phoenix 3-1 comeback through the power of friendship. Let's see them do it. Oh, they actually did it. Wow. The Suns win the championship. Did not see this one coming, but Keegan Murray with 29 to lead the way. Oh man, Christian Brown finals MVP. What a crazy timeline. But now it is time for the moment we've all been waiting for, or maybe I've just been waiting for. The 2009 class is finally entering the association. It's long overdue. Who will get this first pick? The Warriors! It's destiny! It's destiny! Oh! First overall pick, 2018. If the Warriors fumble this, I might just end the video. The Golden State Warriors. Thank you. They take Steph Curry. Great pick. At 2, Ricky Rubio goes to the Bulls. Ooh, they could have had James Harden. And the Timberwolves will take advantage drafting Harden. Heat trade their 4th pick for Allen Houston and Sebastian Telfair. They draft Brandon Jennings. Pistons will take DeMar DeRozan at 5. Blazers trade the 6th pick. Everybody's trading their picks for Thajic Johnson and Alex Len. They'll get Tyreek Evans. Celtics take Omri Caspi at 8. Joe Ingles also goes to Boston. Jody Meeks to San Antonio. Podcasting legend Jeff Teague goes to the Utah Jazz. Sixers take Jordan Hill. All right. Oh yeah, also Drew Holiday went to the Bucks. Danny Green, W name, Danny, goes to the Pacers. Free agency, Chris Webber, 99 overall. Let's see where he goes. Webber went to the Mavs. He left the Clippers. That's his third team of his career. Banchero, he goes to the Suns. He was just in OKC, started his career in Phoenix. He's like, all right, I'm going back. Pelicans, pick up Giannis. My Warriors lost Giannis after they got Curry. No, we could have had something special, Giannis. Dang it, man. Oh, Giannis, why? Whatever. Steph's got it himself, right? Back to the wheel. Only 6 draft classes remain on the wheel. Let's give it a spin. We are going to land on 2011. This is a pretty good one. You've got Kyrie and Kawhi. All right, I'll take it. Not only do you have Kyrie and Kawhi, you've also got Jimmy Butler, Klay Thompson, and of course, Tristan Thompson. Another season in the books. David Robinson, your most valuable player. Wardell, Rookie of the Year in the Dubs uniform. It was only right. Billy Owens is your 6th Man of the Year. Diesel, DPOY. So Nuggets had the MVP and the DPOY. Lionel Simmons, Most Improved. And Ethan Simpson, Coach of the Year for the Phoenix Suns. Tracy McGrady already on All-NBA in just his 3rd season playing for the Boston Celtics. So he's off to an incredible start to his NBA career. Looking at the standings, Hawks back in the mix. They're the number 1 seed. Bulls sitting at 2, and the Knicks are at 3. Out west, the Suns, now they have Paolo, so I get why they're good. I just put 2 and 2 together. They won the championship, and Paolo was like, oh, I want to come back. Phoenix isn't so bad. Is that right, Paolo? The Suns are in the conference finals here, taking on the Nuggets with D-Rob and Diesel. And then over here in the East, it'll be the Hawks and the Bulls. Tim Duncan making an immediate impact. He just barely got drafted. He's already got the Bulls in the conference finals. And the Bulls are going to the finals. We'll see who they face, either Phoenix or the Nuggets. Will the Suns get a chance to defend their title? No. The Nuggets are going to the finals, and Tim Duncan's going to have his hands full because he's got a guard. Or, well, not just him. Him and Elton Brand are going to have to guard David Robinson and Shaq. Good luck, man. Game 1 will go to the Nuggets. They win game 2 as well. Yeah, the Nuggets are about to get another one. They win in 5. David Robinson is your finals MVP here in 2019. Nuggets go for their 2nd title in the Shaq and D-Rob era. Scottie Pippen Jr. retired. Draft lottery. Kyrie and Kawhi in this class, so this is a big one. And the Magic get the 1st pick. Cavs at 2. Dubs at 3. With the 1st overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Kawhi Leonard. I would say that's the right pick, especially in a world of no injuries. Kawhi's the best player in this draft. At 2, the Cavs take Kyrie. 2K got the script. At 3, oh my gosh. Why? We could have got Klay again. No. Timberwolves trade their pick, and they traded for Jabari Smith Jr. Pistons are now at 4. They get Jimmy. Kemba to the Sixers. Pistons will take Klay. Spurs are going to trade their 7th pick for Zion. Golly. Clippers get Tobias Harris. They just traded Zion for Tobias Harris. Reggie Jackson to the Heat. Kenneth Faried to the Thunder. And the Celtics take Jonas Valanciunas. 11th pick. Oh, Tobias Harris got traded again. Markieff Morris is now a Clipper. All right, there you go. Free agency. Scottie Pippen, Gary Payton. 2 elite defenders here. Scottie Pippen's still in the league and his son retired. Funny how this NBA timeline's working out. Pippen to the Pacers. Payton back to the Jazz. Mitchell resigns. Larry Johnson leaves the Raptors for the Grizzlies. Wizards bring back DSJ. And yeah, that's about it. Let's go back to our wheel. Only 5 more drafts on this wheel. Realistically, these guys who get drafted won't even have a chance to hit their primes. It is going to be 1998, the Dirk draft. Another pretty fun one. And because we're not really even going to get the chance to see these guys hit their primes, I will probably go through these drafts a little bit quicker for the last couple years. But yeah, 98, you've got Vince, Dirk, Bibby, Pierce, Antoine Jameson, who I believe has over 20,000 points for his NBA career. Fun fact. I don't even know if that fact is right. Let me check. Yeah, he's just over 20K for his career. David Robinson, another MVP. Kawhi Leonard, Rookie of the Year. Michael Williams, six Man of the Year for the Celtics. Rudy Gobert, DPOY over in Detroit. James Harden, Most Improved. Connor Armstrong, Coach of the Year. The Nuggets had a dominant season. Wow, Steph All NBA first in just his 2nd season. Who was he going to pass it to, though? Because the Warriors Warriors. They got a pretty sad team. Terrell Brandon makes All-NBA third team. There you go. Baron Davis also makes All-NBA third, so a couple of new names there. Looking at the standings, yeah, the Nuggets are just the team to beat. Suns are cool. Kings are cool. Out east, you got the Wizards back in the mix. Hornets are good. Celtics are good with McGrady and Dyson Daniels. But man, who's going to stop Denver? That's the big question in this postseason, and the answer might be nobody. Oh, it's San Antonio. They already beat them. Ben Simmons, he was the answer to stop Denver. So the Spurs are in the conference finals here in the West, taking on the Suns. Out east, it'll be the Pacers taking on the Boston Celtics. And the Suns are going to the finals again to face Indiana. Paolo Banchero at a 99 is the best player in this series. Chet Holmgren passed his prime for the Pacers, but trying to get one more. It's 2-2. Game 5 will go to Phoenix. Game 6 goes to Indiana. So we've got a Game 7 coming up, and it's all Phoenix in Game 7. Banchero, 31 points. Paolo is your finals MVP, and he wins a championship after coming back to the Suns. He came back to them after they won a title. So, kind of a Mickey Mouse championship, I guess, but he won it. Jason Kidd with the glasses retired. And like I said, we'll go quicker through the drafts. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to just simulate past it, and then we'll read over the top couple picks. So you've got Vince to the Heat, Pierce to the Nets, Dirk to the Clippers, Jameson goes to the Thunder, and Bibby goes to the Pistons. Here are some of the other draft picks. Tyronn Lue went to the Timberwolves. Free agency, we've got Duncan. He's restricted. Yeah, a lot of the top guys are restricted free agents, so you expect them to kind of just stay where they're at. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. Garland left the Cavs for the Heat. Bro thinks he's LeBron. That's pretty much it. Let's go back to our wheel. Not much of a wheel here. We only have 4 options. And we're going to land on 1989. Cool. Don't know how much any of these drafts will really affect the league in the grand scheme. Glenn Rice, Tim Hardaway, Sean Kemp in the upcoming draft. Tim Duncan, MVP, just dominant. His best season of his career. Vince Carter, already 22 points per game. Rookie of the year in a Heat uniform. Brandon Jennings is your 6th man of the year. Shaq, DPOY, Kyrie, most improved player. Barney Berry, coach of the year. Steph Curry's here on first team, McGrady, Duncan. So a lot of the young players who've been drafted over the past 5-6 years are on that All-NBA first team. Eastern Conference, Celtics were number 1 with McGrady and Michael Williams in your backcourt. Dyson Daniels off the bench, Sean Marion. Bulls were 2nd, of course, led by Duncan. You've got Brand in the front court as well. Steve Smith in the backcourt. Indiana in 3rd with Chet Holmgren, Pippen. Out west, Nuggets still holding on. Shaq, 33 years old, a 99 overall at 33 is crazy. And the Suns, they're in the mix, trying to repeat. 2nd seed here. Thunder are in 3rd. Let's get to it. It ends up being Denver and Phoenix in the Western Conference Finals. And in the East, it'll be Boston and Indiana. Light work for Denver, yep. Celtics and Pacers going 7. And that's light work for Boston. 25 from McGrady. T-Mac, go get one. Robinson and O'Neal, they've already got their championships. Let T-Mac go get one. Come on. 3-1 lead for Boston. Nuggets take game 5, but the Celtics are out of there in 6. Tracy McGrady, an NBA champion in year 5. You love to see it. John Morant, RJ, DG, Ben Simmons, they're out of here. They retired. As for the draft, Purvis Ellison went number 1. Vlade Divac at 2. Tim Hardaway goes all the way down to 3. Dino Radja to the Grizz at 4. Glenn Rice at 5 to the Pistons. Sean Kemp all the way down to 6 goes to the Dallas Mavericks. Free agency, Paolo at a 99. He's back in free agency. And Chris Webber is here too. He's still a 97. Banchero went to the Lakers, so the Suns are probably cooked. Webber goes to the Spurs. Brand re-signs with the Bulls. Baron Davis re-signs. Otto Porter re-signs. Yeah, quite a few just re-signings here. Banchero, the big mover, going to Los Angeles. And then Webber, a big mover too, going to San Antonio. Only a couple more drafts on our wheel. Let's give this a spin. 3 drafts on here. And we are going to land on 1985. Nope, 2005. The year I was born. The Chris Paul and Darren Williams draft. Tim Duncan, most valuable player. Tim Hardaway, rookie of the year of the Tims. Ron Artest, 6th man of the year. DPOY for Diesel. Rodney Buford, most improved. Barney Berry, coach of the year for the Boston Celtics. Yeah, the Celtics, they very well could go back-to-back. Tracy McGrady, 2 titles. I'm here for it. Manu makes his way onto All-NBA. So does Elton Brand. Don't think we've seen them on All-NBA before. Also, Kyrie on the 2nd team. He averaged almost 30 points per game. Here in the the East, Celtics, we talked about them. Good basketball team. Bulls, we've seen them. Good basketball team. Bucks are back in the mix with an old Dwight Howard. Chauncey leading the way at a 95 overall. Over here in the West, Thunder, been a good team for some time. Nuggets, we know them. The Warriors! Oh, my Warriors. Y'all gotta go get one with Curry before the video's up. They lost in the first round. It'll be the Thunder and the Nuggets here in the Western Conference Finals. Out East, we got the Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's get it. Celtics winning 6 to advance to the finals. We've got a Game 7 between Denver and Oklahoma City. Shaq and David Robinson, they're going to another finals. They beat OKC. Robinson, a monster game, 43 points. So it's a rematch of last year's finals. Nuggets and Celtics going at it once again. It's a 2-2 series. Celtics win game 5, Nuggets win game 6, setting up a winner-go-home situation. Celtics start off very strong and ride that momentum into a game 7 W. McGrady with 25 points to seal the deal. T-Mac, finals MVP. He is a 2-time champion, 6 years into his NBA career. McGrady going on a run late here in the video. As for the draft, Paul goes to the Kings, Felton at 2 to the Rockets, Lou Will at 3 to the Cavs, Andre Bloch to the Pels at 4, and Darren Williams goes to the Dallas Mavericks with the 5th pick. Also Danny Granger at 6 to the Clippers. W name. I've spammed that one. I've said that like so many times to a bunch of different Dannys. Curry and Giannis in free agency here. Giannis stands pat with the Pels. Curry stays with the Warriors. GP goes to the Timberwolves to play with James Harden. So you've got an offensive player and Harden defensive player in Gary Payton teaming up there. All right, let's go to our wheel. It's going to be a real fun spin here. We've got either 2014 or 1985. This is the last wheel spin, and it will be 2014. That is it for the wheel spins. We'll do the 85 class after this. There you go. Sorry, Jokic. Sorry, Embiid. Sorry, Wiggins. Y'all really aren't going to get a chance to do much of anything before this video wraps. Another season in the books. Tracy McGrady MVP. This is T-Mac's video. Chris Paul Rookie of the Year. Lionel Simmons 6-man. Shaq another defensive player. Earl Boykins, tallest player in history at a whopping 5'5", is your most improved. And Kyrie Irving, clutch player of the year. You've got McGrady, Harden, Duncan, Giannis, Curry, all on the All-NBA first team. That is a crazy first team, isn't it, man? Lamar Odom made third team. There you go. Celtics number 1 in the East. Should we just fast forward to the finals? Bucks are second. Bulls are third. Out west, it's the Thunder. The Rockets are here. We haven't heard from KD in a minute. And the Clippers are in third with Jason Tatum. And they also have a young Dirk on the squad. Conference finals are set. We've got OKC and Houston in the west, and the Hornets and Nets here in the east. The Hornets back in the mix without Yao Ming. They've got Reggie Miller. I think Yao ended up retiring. But yeah, Western Conference. I think the Rockets got this because Durant, but maybe I'm overestimating KD. Yeah, the Thunder are going to the finals, and they'll be taking on the Hornets. Dennis Schroeder, conference MVP. Yeah, it's about time we wrap up this video. Goodness gracious, what is going on? Hornets up 2-1, make it 3-1. Reggie, another chip? Maybe not, because the Thunder are trying to make a 3-1 comeback. Scratch that. They're going to make a 3-1 comeback. Don't tell me. Don't tell me Dennis wins the finals MVP. It's Antoine Jameson. All right. Antoine, in his third season, wins the finals MVP award. Draft. Like I said, this is kind of whatever at this point. Joker goes to the Kings, Embiid to the Suns, and yeah. Now we'll throw the 85 class in for the upcoming season. In the meantime, we've got Billups, Kawhi, Kyrie, Clay in free agency. A lot of those guys restricted free agents. Billups, he goes to the Grizzlies, leaving Milwaukee. That's big. All our restricted free agents do stand pat. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf leaves the Blazers to go to the Bucks. Larry Johnson goes to the Sixers. That's his third team. And now we are ready to jump into the second to last season. Can you believe it? We are finally entering the modern era. If you have made it this far, comment modern era. I'm assuming this video will be over 3 hours long, which is insane. Patrick Ewing will get drafted very late into the video here. Once he enters the league, we'll go one more season after that. because then we'll be in the modern day in 2025. Tracy McGrady, come on. Nikola Jokic, Rookie of the Year. Vucevic, Sixth Man of the Year. Shaq still winning DPOY. Larry Hughes, Most Improved. Dang, Kyrie, that's a big season. 34 a night, and he wins Clutch Player of the Year. The Nets coach was Coach of the Year, so assuming they were doing some big stuff over there in Brooklyn. Dino Raja, All-NBA first? Man, what? Yo, Dino Raja, All-NBA first team. I'm pretty sure he used to have some crazy My Team cards. Nets are the number 1 seed. Paul Pierce, De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, Rick Schmitz. Celtics are in second, T-Mac, and then the Bulls with Duncan are third. Out west, the Wolves. Yeah, you've got the Glove and Harden on the same team. Suns are here without Boncaro. They recently drafted Embiid. Rockets are in third with Kevin Durant. Conference Finals, we got the Thunder and Clippers. Okay, OKC. They did win the championship last year. And then out east, it'll be the Celtics and Nets, a 1 versus 2 matchup. Oh my gosh, OKC might go for another. We've got a game 7 between the Nets and the Celtics. All right, we'll jump in the Simcast here. We've got a close one, 2-point game with a minute left. Let's jump in. T-Mac, give us a clutch signature moment. That would be fire. Ingles is inbounding. It'll go into McGrady. McGrady defended by De'Aaron Fox here. T-Mac gets the screen from Valanciunas. Tracy, nice pass. Val will dunk it. Tie game. Nets call timeout. Cunningham inbounding. It'll go into Fox. Tie ball game here. 50 seconds to go. De'Aaron, known as a good player in the fourth quarter. Screen will come from Rick Smits. Fox gonna go behind the back, drive to the basket, float one up and miss. It's rebounded by Sean Marion. The Matrix gives it up to Williams, to McGrady. T-Mac, no hesitation. 3 is off. It's rebounded by Smits. 30 seconds to go. Sean Elliott has it now. Elliott to De'Aaron Fox. It's so weird seeing these players from so many different eras all playing together. Fox will get the screen up top. De'Aaron driving down the hill, trying to get a burst of speed. Reverse lane. Oh, man, what a finish. Nets up by 2. 17 seconds left. Will McGrady go for a 3 and try and take the lead? Or will the Celtics go for a 2 to try and tie it? I assume McGrady is going to be the guy who gets the basketball here. Caspi inbounding. It'll go into Williams. Williams, you better give that ball to number 7. The MVP, Tracy McGrady. Williams, bro. Pass the ball. 5 seconds left. Is he going to take the shot? Oh, here goes a screen. They find Marion. Marion gets blocked on his beautiful jumper. Oh, and the Nets are going to the finals. Marion got blocked on the potential game winner. That is crazy. Paul Pierce with 29. Nets will be competing for a title here, taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder, led by Antoine Jameson, defending champion Thunder, by the way, but the Nets do not care. They're going to win this one unless, dude, the Thunder were up 3-0, and the Nets are going to crush their hopes and dreams in Game 7, but goodness gracious, that was close. Nets, y'all almost blew a 3-0. Paul Pierce will win a title, and now it is time for another draft. First overall pick, anyway, Patrick Ewing goes at 2 to the Pistons, Mullen to the Nuggets, Oakley to the Lakers, Joe Dumars to the Wizards at 5, Manute Bol at 6 to the Atlanta Hawks, Wayman Tisdale to the Grizz, and yeah, that was our final NBA draft. Now we've got our final free agency. You've got Elton Brand, Vince Carter, Paolo Banchero. Brand goes to the Rockets, leaving Tim Duncan. Banchero leaves the Lakers for the Spurs. Vince re-signs with the Heat. Paul Pierce re-signs with the Nets. Okay, here we go. The grand finale. Last season. Tracy McGrady, my GOAT, MVP. Anyway, Steve Francis is your 6th man of the year. Shaq, DPOY again. One more for good measure. How many did bro end up getting in this video? Golly, 6? It feels like more than that, to be honest with you. Dante Exum, most improved. Kawhi, clutch player of the year. Jack Red, coach of the year for the Rockets. Here are your final All-NBA teams. Sean Kemp, I think this is the first time we've seen him on All-NBA, so congratulations on making it here in the last season. Checking out the standings, Celtics number 1 in the East, Hornets at 2, Nets at 3, some of the usual teams. Out West, you got the Rockets making a number 1 seed appearance. Dubs at 2. Let my Warriors end this off with a chip. Grizzlies are at 3. That's all I needed to see. Let my Warriors win one. Oh, they lost in the second round. It'll be the Grizzlies and Rockets here in the Western Conference Finals. Out East, we've got a rematch between the Nets and the Boston Celtics. I think McGrady's going to end off this video with a chip. Rockets in the finals, and the Nets and Celtics are going to another Game 7. Goodness Goodness gracious. Celtics are going to win this one. McGrady will be taking on Durant, two of the greatest scorers. Oh, it's because the Rockets got Elton Brand. That's why they got better. That makes sense. Game 1 will go to Houston. Celtics win game 2 and 3 and 4. Rockets win game 5. The Celtics will finish it off in 6. Tracy McGrady wins the last chip of the video, and he wins the Finals MVP, making him a 3-time champion, 3-time MVP, and 3-time Finals MVP. So a legendary career for McGrady, and he's only 9 seasons in. That will do it, though. But before we fully wrap up this video, I want to check out the record books. Nobody had any crazy scoring games or field goals made games. Steph set some 3-point records, and he was very early into the league. He hadn't even played a lot of years. DA had a 29 free throw game. That is insane. Nobody beat any of these rebound records because they're crazy. Nobody got to the assist records or blocks in a game or steals. Dang, y'all are disappointing me. Nobody really did much, huh? Oh, there you go. Ramon Sessions with the turnover record. Penny was up there too. Now let's check the all-time history books. LeBron, #1 in scoring with almost 47,000 points. Durant at 2. Wembanyama at 3. James was #1 in field goals made. Jordan at 2. Durant at 3. Holmgren, #1 in threes made. Durant at 2. Garland at 3. Free throws made. It was LeBron at 1. Kobe at 2. Ray Allen at 3. Rebounds, Wilt, Bill Russell, and Kareem, all from real life there. Assist, it was Magic, Tony Parker, and Russell Westbrook in your top 3. Blocks, Anthony Davis #1, Wemby at 2, and Kareem at 3. Steals, it was LeBron at 1, Russ at 2, Jordan at 3. And minutes, LeBron at 1, Russ at 2, Durant at 3. Turnovers, Russ #1, LeBron #2, and Jordan #3. PPG, Wilt #1, Elgin #2, and Jerry West #3. LeBron was there in the top 5. Field goal percentage, I mean, yeah, if y'all care about that, there it is. I also want to check out the past champions and MVPs because I'm kind of curious about that. So we had a run where McGrady won a couple MVPs. Duncan got a couple. D-Rob won quite a few. C. Webb went on a good run here. Holmgren got a one-off MVP. Luka had a few, of course. Luka has to get some. LeBron went on a crazy run, winning a ton of MVPs. Iverson got a couple. Magic got a few here early. And then here were some of the Rookie of the Years throughout the video, in case you were curious. Not going to read all these out or anything. 6th Men of the Year. Who were some of the best bench players throughout this video? You had Fat Lever, won quite a few. Jay Humphries. DG was coming off the bench for some time. Billy Owens had a good run there. Defensive player, Shaq won a lot. Giannis got a couple. Durant got his hands on a couple. LeBron, yeah, he won so many for so long. Didn't he retire with like 16 or 17? And then here were your most improved players throughout this simulation. Some pretty cool names. Some guys that didn't really get shine in real life were able to do some big stuff throughout this video. Finally, we will check out the past champions. The Celtics, they got one in the final season, and overall over the past couple years, they've been really good. Suns got a few over these last few years as well. Nuggets got a couple. The Knicks went on their run for a while where they were making finals and winning championships. Heat got a few in a row. The Rockets had their three-peat. The Bucks also had a three-peat. I forgot about that one. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up our video. I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe. If you made it all the way to the end, comment Kevin Durant because he's on this retirement screen. Did I already say like and subscribe? I think I did. Have a great day. Thank y'all so much for all the support on the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.